All right, then. Welcome to issue 14 of Real Graps. You know what it is, as always. I'm Guardy. I'm joined with Tux, and we will be talking about, well, we'll be talking about the filler in between mega events.
Yeah, like AEW tried to make this week not feel like filler, but
Led like
holy
shit.
hell, guys.
Failed like dog shit.
Wow, guys.
It's filler.
All right. So last week, we had to do a little early because Thursday. I was kind of fucked. So we missed Dynamite last week.
I didn't watch
However,
that. I'm not watching that.
shit. Let me think. Because I did watch it. I watched it yesterday on the bus. There was, I'm trying to think. Off the top of my head, I'm going to pull it up.
You
Off the
watched
top
the
of my
Young
head.
Bucks match?
I did. It was Young Bucks versus K Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. I thought that was a very
You know,
good
you know what
match.
they calling them now, right?
Who, the Young Bucks?
No,
I
they're
can,
calling them
I'm gonna probably
fucking.
guess.
They calling them niggas Jet Speed now.
Oh, that's fire. Whoa, that's good. That's good as hell. I mean, yeah, them niggas are pretty much like friends now. Like they show up in backstage segments together. They're in all these like all-star, multi-man matches. And them niggas work really well together. Like for people that I don't think have worked together before this promotion, they work really well together. So I mean, it's working for them, man. That match was very good. They had a lot of high flying stuff. This is like my first like actual Bucks match that I've watched. The Bucks aren't. I'm not gonna say they're bad. It's definitely an acquired taste. I haven't acquired it yet. Definitely an acquired taste.
No, yeah, the
Um,
young bucks is the most acquired of acquired taste. Like this is trying natto for the first time, and you're like, oh, this is wow.
yeah. So I was definitely getting used to it, but I thought the match was very good. I'd recommend it. I think what TK is doing to get Kevin Knight and Speedball over has worked. Not even is working. Like they're over.
What, featuring
Speedball
him on the
especially.
fucking show?
I mean that, and also just like not putting them in fuck positions, right? Like K Knight's one of K Knight's first matches on the program was Will Ospreay, and I feel like in other promotions, if that were to happen so early into somebody signing with your promotion, that'd be like a death knell. Cause it's like, all right, well, they kind of just went up against them and get, especially in like a Will Ospreay type of match, where it's like a lot of Will Ospreay's matches are like he's just gonna get his shit off and you're just gonna die.
You
Like
gotta
he'll
work
sell
around
for
that.
you, yeah, but at the same time, it's like you're gonna die and he's not. Like K Knight got a lot of like, because I think we watched it in person, like people were cheering for Kevin Knight, and it was like it was fun. So that, putting him alongside like all of your super duper top guys, so just like psychologically, like, oh, I see Kenny Omega, I cheer. Who's next to Kenny Omega? It's Kevin Knight. I'm also gonna cheer. The same thing with Mike Bailey being in like the trios match against Ricochet, right? Oh, they're going up against Ricochet. They're slapping Ricochet in his bald ass head. I'm gonna cheer. Like those two are super duper over, and probably like after this like I guess promotion season, if we're gonna call it that. Maybe the two of them continue to tag team, and maybe they get like a I don't know, a random ass tag team match at All In or something like that. Like going forward after that, you could probably feature them in like actual like title opportunities and things like that. Same with Mark Briscoe because they're pushing him too. I
No, they're
think
not. No, they're not.
he's eating pins. I don't know. He's
They're
beating
not push.
Ricochet, but also
They're
eating
not
pins. So
pushing
it's
this
like,
nigga. What it is that he's a legacy guy. He is in their tier of uh job for the stars guys. He's the Finn Balor of what they got going on.
I
It's a world class, world champion caliber guy, or well, let me not say caliber, but guy who's been a world champion before. So he's an established name and an established face. So you can beat him as many times as you fucking want, and people will still get behind him. Except that
yeah,
doesn't
because
happen with
I
Finn Balor because it's WWE, and WWE people hate people that lose all the time, even though nobody wins in WWE. But yeah, I hear you.
I'm realizing now that like I've seen Mark Briscoe a lot since I've started watching AEW. Like I've seen Mark Briscoe a lot, and I'm like, I can't think of a match that I've watched with Mark Briscoe that I've actively been like, turn this shit off, right? And like I'm a fucking mark for like high flyers. Like a lot of my favorites are high flyers, so it's like, you know, for me it's like as long as people do the flips and do their spots, I'm gonna be happy. But like I've had something somewhat critical to say of everybody. I don't think I've had anything critical to say of Mark Briscoe. I fuck with Mark Briscoe.
No, yeah, he's
If anything, he
absolutely
just
brilliant
he
in
just
professional wrestling.
he just loses a lot, man. Like if you're gonna feature him that much, like can we get some kind of like high profile W? Like
You
what?
did. You missed it. They let that
I
nigga win the Ring
yeah.
of Honor title. What was that? Last year or 2 years ago, and then Jericho beat him for it. So
Okay.
you missed it.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to say that ROH Championship is like
No, you can say it. No, it's
fake,
okay.
but it's not real. So even if that happened, I'd be like, oh, it's cool for Mark, I guess. And he started there, right? Well, not started there, but probably had like a considerable
Yeah,
amount
no,
of time there. So it's like,
he's a Ring of Honor OG.
yeah. So hey, happy for him. Me, myself, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse
Yo,
title, man.
come on, man.
But let's see. Now I'm scrolling through Dynamite. There's a masterpiece, Samoa Joe, Death Riders, Young. But there's a lot of people on my screen right now. Right. Essentially, this boils down to Samoa Joe is like, all right, I'm going to kill you, John Moxley. All right, I'm going to kill you.
I
Um,
promise.
and then everybody chases the Young Bucks out because the Young Bucks are still trying to appeal to John Moxley. John Moxley's gonna say something to them. Marina Shafir ushers him out of the arena. She is like, "Nope, we're leaving. Let's go." Then the Young Bucks and Okada get surrounded by Swerve Strickland, Kenny Omega, and I'm pretty sure somebody else shows up, but they chase them out as well. And we move on to a patriarchy segment. This has to like if Christian Cage didn't say that weird ass shit about Hook's father, I would be so over on Christian, bro. Because
Oh,
he says the
oh
funniest
yeah, the
thing.
Nick Wayne shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because Renee is trying to interview Nick Wayne, right? Obviously, Renee's interviews don't work.
No, this is insane. This one was nuts. Again.
Nick doesn't even get a word out to where Christian takes the title from Nick. He says, "You see what happens when you listen to me? You actually won your title. We all celebrated that night. As a matter of fact, me and your mother celebrated quite extensively that night."
For no reason.
Nick didn't even say anything to him, man. Why did he say that? Nick has to shoot him. Nick has to shoot him. But then, everybody walks off, everything's good. And after that, we get Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet, which, essentially all the stuff I just said about Mark Briscoe is a good match. Ricochet is obviously one of my favorites, but also, like, I don't want to say one of the only heels around, because I think that heel stuff is, like, only a WWE problem. Well, we'll get to that later. But, like, Ricochet is just so unlikable. Like, he's turning up the dial to all the, like, chicken shit heel stuff, so where it's just like, man, you kind of forget that he's like a good worker with just how greasy he is.
No,
But
he's been fantastic. I just wish that I really miss when wrestling didn't have like an outlet so I could see these niggas show their ass in fucking like Ricochet. If you haven't noticed or if you haven't seen it at all, if you don't follow wrestling on Twitter, Ricochet has been he had an interview with I think it was CBV or somebody else. I don't know, but he basically said that WWE burned him the fuck out. And I'm like, well, yeah, start stop pushes and not being pushed at all or not being used, period, will do that to you. But now it's become a topic for fucking debate. Where this nigga is arguing with anybody. You can have no profile picture, you can have zero followers, zero tweets. Fucking this nigga is arguing and quote tweeting and responding to everybody. And that's enough.
yeah. And I like Ricochet too, but it's also just like, why are you responding to these people? Bring kayfabe back in a way. He's staying in kayfabe. Like he's all of this stuff that he's doing on Twitter is stuff that I can see him saying on TV. Like he's one of the only niggas that stays in kayfabe, if you want to say that, right? Like he's doing great work. It's just why are you responding to these people? Two, I understand that like the WWE did burn you out. However, you have to move on. We're coming up on a year if it hasn't already been a year.
About yeah.
And three, right? No, just don't do it because you're actively. It's like I don't know. I'm sick of quote unquote the IWC. I don't think it's IWC. I think it's just a lot of wrestling niggas. I want to say it's 80 to 90% of y'all that are just insufferable.
No, yeah,
Like,
it's not the entire thing, but I mean, like, you have
it's
to
a
use
good
blanket
chunk.
statements because you look nuts mentioning random civilians.
Yeah.
when talking shit about people.
Like I'm sure more often than not I'll have a good conversation with wrestling fans, but just it's just my issue with fandom. It's just you put enough people in one spot, and especially with wrestling where it's like so much of it is just like a money ego business to where that like trickles down to the fans and they start getting an ego and they start acting like they're the ones making the money to where it's just like I don't care, right? As far as fandoms and caring about money goes, like when it comes to the arts, because wrestling is an art form, it should go as far as like, is the thing that I'm watching going to implode anytime soon?
It's also a
No?
perception
All right,
thing.
I don't care. As long as the thing that I'm watching isn't going to implode anytime soon, I don't really care about the numbers because this is, at the end of the day, it's a millionaire billionaire's playground. It's not anything to do with me, right? When it starts becoming my problem is, things like I can't attend the shows that I want to watch, right? I want to watch Cena in his final year in person. I want to see him in person, right? Can I do that feasibly? No. I have to hope that the Fed comes back to the Wells Fargo Center and I can get super duper nosebleed seats, right? That's when, the gate and the money and the profits becomes my issue because then I'm going to sit here and complain. But no, Ricochet is taking it to entirely new heights. Ricochet and Dave Meltzer have melted my timeline whenever wrestling comes about, which is why whenever shit like Tatum Paxley interacting with Larry Valkyria comes across my timeline, I'm like yippee because it's shit about the actual wrestling.
Yeah.
Other shit about the wrestling comes on my timeline, and it's let's have discussions about Kyle Fletcher being better than Gunther, and it's like we can't have regular conversations about Gunther like we can Kyle Fletcher. It's two different booking styles.
I just caught that. Like I was looking for new shit so that we could maybe talk about stuff, and that hit my timeline. I read that OP tweet and I said, "What the fuck does this mean? This
We
don't mean what
can't
I
we
think
can't
it
do
means."
that. We can't do that. It's not fair. It's not fair. But we'll get to why it's not fair a bit later. So what else happens in this dynamite? I'll just start skipping around. FTR,
They pop up with
they
Stokely, right?
Stokely, and then they call out because they're in New Orleans. So then this sorry, I'm trying to get their names, the name cards, because I kind of remembered it, but again, I was on the bus watching this shit, so it was like the half and half. Is it the Rock and Rollers?
Rock and Roll
Question mark?
Express.
Rock and Roll Express. They call the Rock and Roll Express into the ring. Dax Harwood does not let these niggas talk. And then eventually they just grab the mic from Dax. Dax is just like, all right, that's what we're not gonna do. Hits one of the Rock and Roll Express members with a spike pile driver. Here comes the Paragon to chase FTR out. FTR is like, you know what? Not dealing with it. Then we actually get into the Young Bucks versus Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey. What is the tag team they call them?
I'm pretty sure it's like Jet Speed or I gotta fucking
Jet
find it. Hold
Speed.
on.
Well, we're just gonna go with Jet Speed because I like that one better. Jet Speed match, which we talked about, I fucked with. And then the second half of this program. Oh, there was a Timeless Tony Storm segment. This one wasn't as funny. Let's see. Oh, there's a funny segment here, like a little back and forth between Renee and Tony Storm. Tony Storm says, "Rip your tits out, ladies, but don't you dare get any blood on my pearls. And remember, you are now watching your feature presentation." Renee's like, "Speaking of feature presentation, you're going to be appearing on the red carpet for the TCM Film Festival." She's like, "Yes, for some new little science fiction film." Renee's like, "It's The Empire Strikes Back." And then Tony says, "There's not an empire big enough to strike this back. But remember, I'm a lover and a fighter, and I'm not just going to spend the entire weekend cucking around. So before I she said something. I don't know what she says. I have an idea." Stands up on a chair. "Attention, slop tarts. This Saturday on Collision, I'm going to have a championship eliminator performance. So if there's any bitch that has the itch," and Aminata rolls up and essentially throws her hat in the ring, and then says, "We can go." And then Tony says, "No, no, no, darling. Let's make cinema." And that's it. So those two are fighting on Collision Saturday. Pretty funny segment. It was. Then we get into Guardy's favorite, this MJF,
Dude, they did it again.
the Hurt
Dude,
Syndicate
it's the same segment every like I feel
every
like
week.
I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. It's the same shit every week.
Every week.
Like it's crazy. So how did
So
they
this
deny him
time,
last week?
this time, Shelton Benjamin gives him a thumbs up. MVP is up for it, obviously. And then Bobby Lashley is about to, he has it sideways, but then he's like, "Wait, Bob, you can have my car. The car that I rode in on, that could be yours." And then Bobby's just like, you know, I'm intrigued. And then MJF is trying to sell himself. He says, I can help you guys win matches. And if there's anything about this promotion, I know how to cut corners better than anybody. And I forget who on commentary says, I think it's Taz. Taz says, that's a shoot. And I'm just like, what are you doing? MJF mentions this car, and then New Orleans starts chanting, it's a rental. Somebody is chanting, it's a rental. And I'm like, oh my God. So Bobby gets in the car, revs it up once or twice, starts to pull away. He's like, wait, what's your answer? What are you doing? Bobby puts his arm out of the car, sideways, down, drives away. That's the end of the
Fuck this
segment.
guy, yeah, basically.
So then, Renee is interviewing Hangman, as always, angry ass Hangman Adam Page. And, her interviews never go well. Here comes MJF to walk in. They go back and forth. Hangman's just like, oh, are you not in the Owen? Actually, no, wait, you're trying to appeal to the Hurt Syndicate. How did that go? Oh, wait, they drove away with your car. And then,
I heard
MJF is just like,
you.
ha 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 ha. That's funny. That's very funny. That's very funny. That's very funny. And you know, MJF is just like, hey, good luck going up against Kyle Fletcher. Oh, let me see. Because he says something at the end here. Oh, yeah. He says, if you get to the finals, you're going to do what you do best, and that's choke, right? Then he walks off. So then we get Will Ospreay and Brody King versus Konosuke Takeshita and, Josh Alexander. Oh, tripping. I think it was a good match. I mean, Will Ospreay and fucking
It's
Brody King.
impossible for that to be bad. It's like
Yeah.
it don't matter. Everybody in there is such a cut above that it's literally impossible. Like
Yeah.
I guess you could say the weakest guy in there is Alexander, and even then, it's impossible to have a bad match.
Yeah, I fucked with the match a lot. High up on Takeshita, obviously, you know who's taking the pin.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's not no goddamn Will Ospreay, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
So
come on,
then
come on. We know what it is. Come on.
Kyle comes out. Kyle's family all assemble to start killing the baby faces. Hangman comes out because Kyle's out here. And then, Hangman's jumped by Trent Beretta and
Rocky
damn, I forget the
Romero.
niggas. Rocky Romero. I was gonna call that nigga Romeo, bro.
Yeah,
My
close enough.
goodness. So then Don Cal's family kills everybody. Kyle stands tall. So guess what? He's getting vanquished next
Like
week.
I said, Don Callis family is 14 niggas deep. Something gotta happen. It's too many niggas in this
Yeah.
faction.
So we get our actual main event. Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter. This is the semifinals of the Women's Owen Hart Cup Foundation tournament. I think this match is also really good. I liked it a lot. I'm not familiar with Chris Statlander. Her record shows up and it's like 100 matches won, and I'm just like, my goodness.
Yeah, she was a focal point of their division, and they did nothing with her for how many years has this company been open? 2019. It's about 6 years coming up or
6.
so.
Yeah.
So Statlander probably debuted in, like 2020, and she only won the TBS championship from Jade in like 2022. And then between injuries, Statlander's been either not on TV or at home. So yeah,
Yeah. So
Statlander's one of the
this
ones that they tried super hard with, but injury stopped them initially, and then it just became he just didn't do anything with her.
yeah, which is not great because it's like I understand we have a storyline going on here with, Thanos collecting the Infinity Stones, and you also want to make Jamie Hayter big because she has money, but like Statlander's money, and you have like other women back there that are also money, and you're like not using them. But hey,
Listen, man, you know what it is.
let me not do that. All right. So Hater wins. Mercedes comes out to gloat, and that's the show. And
You know what
that's
it is, bro. I'm not stupid, and the way you're presenting it is okay, but like, come on, gang. We know what it is.
Tony, the allegations.
Actually,
But that is Dynamite. So then we move on to SmackDown.
okay. So I will take over from here because this is,
Good, because I'll be right back. Hold on.
dude, this is fucking ridiculous. So SmackDown starts with, of fucking course, another 25-minute. Like, it's probably not 25 minutes, but it feels like 25-minute long promos. He gets in the ring, he calls the announcer over and tells him, hey man, it's the same shit from Monday. It's getting a tier with the Shane McMahon shit where I'm just like, okay, it was funny the first 3 times. Even though this is the second time. It was funny the first 3 times. Either make it part of his fucking presentation or don't do it at all. So he has the ring announcer do his introduction over again with all the, greatest of all time, whatever it is. And this motherfucker is just afterwards he's just standing there. While this nigga is reading the paper and telling the fans everything, he is standing there and fucking hot dogging. Then this motherfucker gets the microphone, and before he can say anything, Randy Orton interruption. And it's motherfucker. Okay, fine. Orton takes his time getting down to the ring. He gets in the ring. Time fucking freezes for whatever reason. Like, we are now stuck in a fucking time loop because nothing moves. They don't move. The crowd is cheering, chanting, whatever it is. And it is fucking ridiculous. So, Orton says that it'll be, sometime this year, it'll be 25 years since they first shook hands. And I said that, okay, I hear you. Hey, this was probably planned. This was most likely planned. Part of their whole thing. Because KO was supposed to be Randy's one win to get him, in the mix. But he had to beat Joe Hendry, so they're kind of just like fucked up. So at this point, I'm fucking tired. I've hit the wall with John Cena. I've had enough with John Cena. Because John Cena, for the last 5 weeks, has been cutting the exact same fucking promo. It is the same promo. You can argue with me up and down. It's the same promo. You people told me to kill myself. Yeah, it happens. Have you been on the internet lately? Have you been on the internet during your time being an active wrestler? It happens. Oh, you niggas told me I couldn't wrestle, this, that, and the other. You guys were abusive. You cheered when you wanted to, booed when you wanted to. Hey, buddy, you forget what profession you're in? Did you forget?
Literally.
You forget how that works? Hey, so of course his promo isn't bad enough. Randy is shooting off the cuff here. He's got no fucking notes. He has no. They both don't have no notes. They're both just saying. John's saying the same shit he's been saying since before he won the title. He tells some kid and his dad to go fuck themselves, and it's like, oh wow, insane. Orton is then like, yo, man, you need to get some pussy, man. Everybody's just looking at, hey, what? He says, yeah, man, you need to have kids or something because you need to figure something out. And at this point, I've fucking given up, right? So you fast forward through the promo, and Orton hits the RKO, and we go to the next promo, or we go to the next segment, which is a Fraxium vignette, which is cool. Fraxium is great. Fantastic. It's showing who they were in NXT, trying to get them up with the fans. Then we get a cool little interaction here. I don't know why he did it, but Legato's coming out, and I assumed that everybody had cleared the ring already, but I guess John went the other way. So, as Orton's walking up the ramp, he daps up Santos Escobar, and I said, wait a minute now, hold on. Is Santos, I have no idea what Santos is. Because Legato is supposed to be a heel stable. But Santos is not evil in any capacity. He's all about sportsmanship. Like, there's not even an undertone of him being evil. So I assume that the whole Andrade thing will start eventually, where he kicks, or where Los Garzas leave Legato and leave Santos for dead. And I guess that's where you're gonna reinsert Phoenix into the mix of SmackDown, but I have no fucking clue. So, Fraxium's debut match is, of course, against Los Garzas. It's a great match, and
Amazing match.
Like my favorite thing about Fraxium is that the bell rings, and it's 100 miles a minute. They are sprinting up and down and around, lightning quick offense, topes. I mean, they're in control basically the whole match. There's a couple of back and forth here and there, but Nathan Frazier hits the Phoenix Splash for 3, and they packed him up. Let's see.
My dogs, thank God.
Yeah, no, I think they're in okay hands because. So, I was listening around, and the idea apparently is that each show in this media conglomerate is gonna have like a calling card, which is why SmackDown's been like premier tag stuff. And why the women have been featured front and center on Raw, and NXT's is fuck if I know women, I guess again, but not a lot of not a lot of singles guys. Singles wrestling that's not women's wrestling is completely dead in the water because they don't have guys. They have a bunch of part timers and a bunch of old guys, so they're not too worried about that.
Yeah, I was just about to say they have guys. They just don't fucking use them.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, we're not in the era of people wrestling every week, so we're out of that.
It's ridiculous.
So of course, because I can have nothing, I hear Tiffany's music and I write Tiffany Stratton segment or match question mark. Then I write in her gear, so probably a match. She's cutting a promo about surviving Charlotte, and then Jade comes on. And I said, no way.
I think I saw that and I started laughing really hard.
Jade
And I
comes
knew
out
you'd
in
be
her
upset.
fucking gear, and I said, no way, dude. She comes down to the ring. They start talking back and forth about, Jade said, yeah, I'm past Naomi. I want next, basically. And Tiff's like, yeah, you get that shit right now. And then a ref comes sprinting down to the ring, and I said, no way, dude. This is not happening to me. Like, you can't do this to me.
She would have been real funny if she won.
So, of course, bell rings. And first thing I write is Nick Aldis is fucking.
Oh, chill.
Nah, hell no. Nick Aldis is
Chill.
fucking fired.
Whoa, relax.
It's a Jade Cargill match, dude. It sucks. Like, okay, let me rephrase that. It doesn't suck, but it's incredibly inoffensive, but to the point where it's just like you could have put anybody here. Like Jade is not good in ring. She's very decent at power spots, which I hope you would be good at if your whole presentation is you being a bodybuilder and being chiseled out of fucking granite. Yep. But as for moving in the ring and doing stuff, she's just not very good. And promos aren't good. Like, nothing about the package is good except for the body. And this is not a misogynist thing at all. Like, she has the look. The look is good. But you're missing the other two parts. You're not a talker. You're not a hooper. You're not even like, you don't even show signs of being a hooper. So of course, mid-match, Naomi attacks Jade after saying that she was done with her. And then Nia attacks Tiffany. And I'm just like, we're stuck.
9/11.
Nigga, this show is, I wrote it, this show is creatively fucking bankrupt. It's over.
I think I turned it off after I saw 9.
We have nothing. We have nothing going on. SmackDown has absolutely zero going on. So I'm gonna like rocket through the rest of these because this SmackDown was really just fucking nothing. So after that, Jacob comes out. Solo tries to, glaze him, and he's like, "Hey, I told you I was gonna do this with you or without you." And he basically says he's the fucking guy, which he is now because they don't have a world champion. So the only belt on fucking SmackDown is the United States Championship. So good luck with that, guys. Then I have a fucking allergic reaction to what happens next.
There's a clip, by the way.
Dude, I have the most adverse reaction to a segment I've ever had in a couple fucking years. LA Knight's music hits, and I absolutely fucking lose it. Because we're done with this. We have been done with... This is what SmackDown has been for the last 6 months. How are we still in this vortex? How is this still happening? So he comes out, and I'm like, dude, this can't be fucking real. Drew comes out, like, okay, this is even fucking worse now. What is happening here? But then I remember...
Here's the thing. You could sell me on a Drew Jacob Fatu program. It's not going to be pretty.
Drew coming out and saying, hey, there's no fucking title on this show except for yours. I want it. But no, it's LA Knight has to come out first and say, I want my rematch. It's like, hey, what? That's not how this works around here anymore, okay? You lose, you go to the back of the line. Stop granting people rematches to sell some bullshit. I said he was demoted, but that's just not true. There's just one title on the fucking show, so this is what happens. We've hit the Brock Lesnar portion of the of SmackDown in 2025. So there's no world title, there's no world champion. So the mid card belt is all you got. And luckily, we don't have to waste the money in the bank on the mid card belt. Yeah. So there's that. Nick Aldis comes out to create another fucking international incident for me, and he makes Drew McIntyre and LA Knight number one contenders match. So Zelina versus Chelsea Green happened. It happened, of course. Zelina wins with I think she just hits they said code red. It's literally just a fucking destroyer, damn sunset flip bomb, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Nothing happened. New United States champion. This show's canceled. I refuse to watch this. You gonna make me watch fucking LA Knight chase the United States Championship again? And I don't even have Chelsea Green as like a support anything. You guys are done. This show's canceled. I'm not watching this
Yeah, I
show.
realized something that you just said. Even if my prophecy comes true and Carmelo Hayes wins the Money in the Bank,
Ain't no word
there's
title.
like there's no title because
Yeah.
they're not gonna let him cash in on Cena.
Nope. He's gotta go to Raw. Hey, you gotta find a way
That's
to take your happy ass to Raw,
that
gang.
that would be hilarious. But yeah, no, I'm probably in hell too.
Well,
Yippee.
the idea that's floating around is that Cody will take some time and hang out, and then at SummerSlam, the build to SummerSlam, we'll build it back up, and by SummerSlam, Cody will vanquish this nigga and return him back to John Cena. So it won't be long, but it'll be long enough to realize that there's a glaring hole in SmackDown's game.
Gonna be a nasty 3 months.
Who you telling? I told you this though.
And there'll be an entire 2 months after that briefcase gets won.
Which is even nastier. Yeah, like it's just.
And I'll tell you guys this right now. If Carmelo Hayes does not win that briefcase,
We got to see who's in the match. If we see who's in the, if he doesn't even qualify for the match, there's a problem right there. Could you imagine? Could
I'm
you
not
imagine
watching.
this a world where this nigga does not qualify for this damn Money in the Bank? Like he's none of the qualifiers at all, or
I
he
just won't watch
loses.
Smack. Not watching SmackDown anymore.
Nigga, that Money in the Bank qualifier is gonna be him and Ray Phoenix, and we're all gonna look. It's gonna be the Homelander shit where we all look at the fucking screen in horror because we know what's happening next. Log
They're
that.
probably gonna start those. They're gonna start those after Backlash.
Yeah. That should be next up. Actually, it's July, right? Or is it June? What's the
Yeah,
June
it's
pay per
June.
view, or is there not one? No, June
That's
is
Money in the
Worlds
Bank.
Collide, right? Even though it's an NXT show.
No, Money in the Bank is June 7th.
Okay, it is June. All right. Yeah. So after Backlash, we'll start getting our Money in the Bank qualifiers. So, like I said, when you see Ray Phoenix and Carmelo Hayes, you better hope to God Miz is on that graphic. You better hope and pray to God that Miz is on that graphic.
I will hope, actually.
Because this guy is cooked like shit if they put him up against Ray Phoenix. So speaking of, we get a Miz segment. He gives Carmelo a bust down fucking Andre, and Melo calls himself the 10th wonder of the world. They're making the best of what they fucking have here. Miz says, Miz says, yeah, you got yours. I need to get mine. And then Miz does the one thing that we tell him not to do every week. Goes out there and says, what the fuck do I need to do to get some fucking respect around here? I'm Money in the Bank winner. Twice, by the way, even though he stole a second one. I won WWE Championship twice. I defended my title against John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. What the fuck else do I need to do around here? Aleister Black comes back. He hits a shitty black mask. That's completely Miz's fault. I will give that to everybody who hates the Miz. Let's see. So, we get a Bianca interview. It's about her fingers, and she says, hey, I got a lot of fucking problems going on. My fingers is the least of my worries. Fuck Rhea Ripley. Then we shoot over to on the other side of the building. Naomi is walking around, having a good time. Nia's like, hey, this women's championship is mine. And Naomi's like, yeah, don't flatter yourself. Go fuck yourself, basically. Then we get the Drew McIntyre and LA Knight match. Doesn't matter because it's a fucking double DQ. Well, no, sorry. What happens is Solo lays out LA Knight and the ref doesn't see it. Then Damian attacks Drew in front of the referee, and it's fucking insane. Now, Fatu comes out and he kills both of them, and it's like, what is happening? This show is fucked. Thank God that we're focused on the tag teams, because this whole thing stinks.
Yippee! Fatal 4-way.
So then we get the match of the week, match of the month, whatever you want to call it. SmackDown's main event this week was a triple threat tag team TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And you get a weird R-Truth segment with John Cena, where he's like, hey man, I still believe in you. And he just walks away. Jimbo walks up and says, when did John Cena become such a fucking jerk, man?
He tells him to watch his mouth.
And then he says, hey man,
like
there's two sides to every story. You gotta chill. And when I grow up, I want to be just like it. It's R-Truth bollocks. That's what it is. And then Jimbo's like, yo, you're old as fuck, man. I completely forgot about the TLC PL.
I was gonna bring it up, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Street Profits are in Shawn Michaels tribute gear for this ladder match. I don't know if anyone noticed this except for me, but this is absolutely Shawn Michaels tribute gear. They know what they're doing. So they come out.
I did not notice.
and it is the most video game match you've ever fucking
It's
seen.
literally, I was gonna say that too.
Like this is you took your mates, you loaded up 2K, and you said, yeah, we're gonna do everything we possibly fucking can in this TLC match. Like I said, it's one of the matches where you can't speak about it, you have to watch it. So a couple of spots just to rattle off. We had a swanton through the table. We had the damn what's son's name? Chris Sabin did a body splash onto Dawkins through the table. We had the WrestleMania 17 TLC 2 spot with Dawkins nearly killing himself to spear Ciampa through a table.
Destroyed his knees.
It absolutely fucking sacrificed his body. He was fucked up the whole goddamn time.
Yep.
Then they set up the ladder, and there is I don't remember what it was. The ladder bridge was outside. I said, "Hey, chill out there," and then they did something. Oh, was it the damn elbow drop?
What, through the ladder?
Yeah,
Nah,
it was something. I don't remember what it
it was
was,
something.
but yeah,
Like it wasn't like a regular suplex, but it was definitely something, some sort of like grapple maneuver. It was fire.
you had a goddamn super blockbuster to the outside on everybody. Like they were cooking, they were hooping. Guys were getting dumped off the air raid
White noise, there
crash.
we go.
That's what it was. Yes. Ciampa hits this damn air raid crash and nearly blows his fucking arm open.
Yep.
Like it was everything you could think of. They did. They went out there and they had a car crash match. It was brilliant. Like, there's not much that I can say other than fucking brilliant. You know.
Bro, the memes you mentioned it, but Joe Test was on 10 that entire match.
He's
Like
super fun. He's one of the best outside broadcast guys since.
I think across like throwing AEW in that bitch too. I think he's like top 2 in all of them. Like
Well,
that was
yeah,
such a
because
really
Excalibur is too busy fucking hanging out on commentary.
yeah.
Those niggas are spending the entire show popping themselves. Yes, Skull and Bones through the table. Oh my god. The ability to stand on the table is one thing. The ability to hit Skull and Bones to this table and not fucking die is another thing.
Like I like they said it on commentary multiple times, but this is very much a you fucked up off of letting us not be on the Mania card match. Like that is the best ending to SmackDown in months. Like literal
They
months.
absolutely did everything. Montez Ford gets stuck in between the ladders. He climbs up in between. He climbs up from the middle of the fucking ladder. Like if you imagine the ladder is set up, both guys are doing their thing. Tez is climbing from the inside of the fucking ladder, knocks both guys down, gets himself up, and obviously he struggles because of this stupid fucking thing. I don't know why they need to pull the whole gimmick down. Why not just pull the belts down? It's much quicker and it looks cleaner than you having to fuck around with this little carabiner to get this shit off.
Yep.
But yeah, no, absolutely, bravo, because you
That
guys
is good as well.
you guys
Yeah.
solidified yourself as the home of tag team wrestling. That's just what it is. The mainstream home of tag team wrestling, like the AEW's tag division. You might as well throw fucking belts out.
Yeah.
Because while y'all have a deeper tag division, you got these niggas doing whatever the fuck they want.
Just hooping week to week.
Like,
Like
you
there's like
niggas gave up on
4
your tag
different
division.
tag teams. Everybody's over. Like it doesn't matter who steps in, as long as you know it's a SmackDown tag team getting in the ring. Like it's gonna be good. Pretty Deadly, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, like anybody.
Yeah, like the work rate is high with the two teams that they're using now, and Pretty Deadly will be like a mid. They're more of cinematic guys than they are work rate guys, which is completely fine. But SmackDown is a place for tag team wrestling in the mainstream. So I mean that's SmackDown. It was a very whatever Smack. Honestly, if this wasn't on that SmackDown card, I would not have watched this fucking show.
It would have been
I
bad,
would have
straight
tapped
up.
out. I would have, as soon as LA Knight walked on my fucking screen earlier in the night, I would have fucking tapped out.
Yeah, we was finna peep that damn Fraxim debut on fucking YouTube, bro.
Not even. I was gonna look at fucking pictures. Look at fucking the gallery. So real quick, we're gonna blow through Collision because nothing happened on this fucking show. This is the most nothing happened in fucking match I've ever seen.
Yep.
All right, so we open up with a Swerve promo. The Bucks come out and tell him to fuck off, and then they say he moved his match up so he can wrestle without his gear. Blake Christian comes out and Swerve hits all of his fucking moves on this nigga and kills him. It's one of those elongated squash matches that I hate so much because I feel like
No,
it does nothing for anyone.
the whole like hype about this collision was it was coming right off of a NBA playoff game.
And they did a number, yeah. They did a good number.
The number was super high. That number fell off a cliff after that damn first match because why would you put Blake Christian of all people up against Swerve Strickland and expect to keep that number? Like
Nigga, Swerve
what?
Strickland not in his gear. And then you scroll down the card and you see that there's a Ring of Honor world title match between some fucking luchadors on here. There's AR Fox and Roosh after that. And then the main event, there's the FTR match. And you're like, yo, did nobody look at the numbers and call an auto?
You put the luchadors on that number probably would have stayed there for at least like 30 more minutes.
That's a nigga. As soon as I seen Jalisco come on, I said, "Oh right, there is a Ring of Honor title match. Why didn't we start with this? Why didn't we call an audible?
Literally. Like
If
the
anything,
Buck stuff does
it's a
nothing for
fucking take
nobody.
show. Airs the shit out of order.
Literally, yeah. Like what? Come on.
Like you fix the fucking shit so you can put the Ring of Honor title match on first. Whatever, man.
And
Anyway,
then Swerve wins. Kenny
Swerve
comes
kills
out to
Blake
help.
Christian with all his shit. The Bucks jump him. Kenny saves Swerve from the Meltzer driver. Joe says that, hey, Moxley, you're next, or I'm next. And then in 2 weeks at whatever the fuck that's called. I know it's not spring break and it's whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, the summer themed Dynamite will have a title match between Joe and Moxley, which Moxley's obviously going to win and escape. Queen Aminata and Toni Storm, Women's Eliminator. I want to talk about this one specifically because clearly somebody is complaining about Toni Storm's usage or the lack of Toni Storm anything or lack of wrestling, whatever it is, because this is what I fucking hate, right? You keep calling these eliminator matches, which they are. You beat the champion, you get a title match. It's stupid, but it's how they've been doing things for a while, and I don't have an issue with it. My problem is Tony's been wrestling like how many weeks is this in a row? Like she's wrestling. She wrestled on this Collision. She wrestled on Dynamite. She's gonna wrestle on this week's Collision as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's got another eliminator match against Lady Frost on Collision this week. Live show, by the way. So if you guys want to tap in, I'm sure they're gonna put something nice on there. But this is, you clearly have nothing for Toni Storm, and it shows because you keep throwing people in there for an eliminator match. We know what it is. You're not tricking nobody. And here's the thing: you're not trying to trick anybody, but we might need to be tricked. You had the Megan Bain thing and you blew it off in a week. That's crazy. Where did Megan Bain go?
Her and Penelope Ford are killing putties in the middle of the ring.
Actually. So, Hip Attack, Storm Zero for 3. Serena Deeb was out there. Lexi Nares with Jeff Jarrett. They called Sanjay Dutt fucking ass. This Max Caster shit is over. It's over. We're done.
I don't know why they kept doing it after Anthony Bones came out.
It's done. He's over as a fucking chicken shit. So he gets hologram. That's a portal bomb for 3. In the worst fucking tornado tag match I've seen in my life. It's Crew and fucking Top Flight. I didn't write down who won because I didn't care. Oh, I'm pretty sure Crew won, right? Yeah. Yeah, because they kidnapped Layla Gray or some shit. It's fucking ridiculous. So, Anna Jay comes out and she beats nobody because they're reheating her for whatever. Then she's attacked by Megan Bain, and we go right into a Mercedes hater promo for Double or Nothing. Dralistico and Bandito had a very good TV match. Bandito wins with the 21 plex. Nothing really crazy to write about. Dralistico looks like he's getting back into form. It was a bit rusty here, but he is getting back into form. Learning tree segment that I skipped because it's literally them niggas going, hey, we shouldn't be worrying about Jericho. All we need to do is win. And Brian Keith is a fucking dick sucker talking about, nah, bruh. Jericho did everything for us. And I said, hey, I'm going to turn this off if you keep doing this. They call it the Gates of Agony because why the fuck not? And I assume that's on next week's Collision. Government mandated AR Fox lynching. Roosh comes out and destroys AR Fox. Let's see. Roppongi Vice details why they did what they did. They're now together, and I assume they are now aligned with the Callis family, even though Trent was already in the group. I guess Rocky has now positioned himself adjacent to the group. He's not necessarily in it, but he's with Trent, so they're together. And they beat up the Outrunners, because why not?
That's good heat, brother.
Yo, fuck you and them.
That's good heat right there.
Then we get a promo with Protostar and Hangman about the semifinals match. And then in the main event, we get FTR and Paragon. It was another tag team masterclass. It was on a different level than the triple threat, obviously, because it's a garbage match. But this FTR Paragon match was a lot of fun. Super well worked, very smart match. What it was is that it was old school. We're gonna take the babyface team is gonna have one guy get singled out. He's gonna be unable to tag. Kyle O'Reilly was the fucking marathon man in this match, and they beat the fuck out of him. Boy, they
like
beat
normally
him
I
like
say
shit.
that normally I say somebody is selected in these tag team matches to be the guy that gets killed for like 15 minutes before he gets a tag. Kyle O'Reilly literally got selected
Son,
to sit there. He keeps going back to his corner like, bro, Roderick, where are
Kyle
you?
gets to his corner and Roddy is on the floor upside down, and it's like, man, fuck. He's got nowhere to turn to, so they're just whooping this nigga, and they're working him and working him and working him. Roddy's consistently like, or FTR, it doesn't matter who it is. One of them is always running over there and keeping Roddy off the apron. It gets to the point where they tie him up in the bottom of the apron. Like, he's stuck out there. They've cut him off completely. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Hope spots after one and another. They finally get a stack power driver for 3 onto Kyle, I believe.
Yeah.
And then
I don't think Roddy touches the goddamn ring like after his leg gets destroyed.
After a certain point, like after his hot tag is done and Kyle is in, it's just domination, showing you that FTR is literally one of the greatest tag teams in the company. Like they're untouchable when it comes to tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
So, of course, they hit the fucking dreaded Shatter Machine, and Roddy is eliminated. They vanquish this nigga with this fucking Shatter Machine. He does not move. The Shatter Machine is back, baby. It's no longer a transition move. It's back. We are killing people with the Shatter Machine. So Cole comes out, and they've got him in. They're about to have him in hell, crazy style. And then Garcia comes out, and FTR decides they want no smoke with fucking Daniel Garcia in this crowbar.
He does come out with a crowbar. I don't know what his problem is, bro.
He comes out
you
with
know,
this fucking
we
crowbar.
don't play with these. We don't play with these fines around here, right?
Apparently we do, because FTR, Stokely said it. Stokely said, man, they're fine ain't shit. Yo, what is it with managers in this medium having so much fucking political power?
I mean, I guess like people don't want to show up on TV nowadays in that, Teddy Long fashion. So it's like, all right, well, I'll just distill the power into these on-screen appearance managers.
But even then, like the idea of Stokely being able to grease AEW, the AEW brats and say, hey, you don't want to keep these guys off the show, do you? Come on. And then he brings them back and they start fucking around with everybody's shit.
I mean, he does make a good point that Jon Moxley is like a legitimate domestic terrorist, and he's still on the program weekly. So I can't. If he goes to Tony with that, and Tony's just like, "Damn, he got me." Like I can't be mad at that.
This shit is fucking awesome, man. Yeah, and then we'll get to the fucking Paul Heyman shit. This is insane. So Raw starts. I didn't know that Adam Pearce was absent for this show, and that he would be filled in for by Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis, yo, you need to be fucking. I said it on SmackDown.
Put some respect. Nah, put some respect on my.
No, fuck him, bro. No way.
Come on.
No, I'll whoop his fucking ass for what he did on this show. Holy shit. So Raw starts with a recap of the main event. I hate the format of this fucking show because you skip past the damn recap of the show and it's a fucking Seth Rollins town hall, man.
Oh.
Why? God, why? He's talking. He says the future runs through him and his group. Sami Zayn.
His glasses are ridiculous, by the way. The rest of the fucking.
He's got this Persian robe, whatever the fuck it is. He's got these stupid ass glasses on with the eyes on it. Sami Zayn comes out immediately. He's like, "Hey, fuck's going on with you, man? You little freak." He says, "Hey, you want to talk about the future, but this is a future that's run by you." He said, "You complain about Punk and Reigns, and you're doing what they did." And I said, "Hold on now. How the fuck did CM Punk get this rep? What did Punk even do with Heyman? Like, oh well, Punk brought about the Shield. Yeah, and he couldn't even control the Shield. So what? It's not even that the Shield wasn't even his hired guns. He used them. They were mercenaries for hire. Like, it's not like they answered to him. He paid them, and they killed Ryback. That was it. Punk never did anything crazy. Like Roman had a fucking stranglehold over the entire company for 5 years. What is Sami Zayn talking about? Like, what are we doing? This nigga literally had both belts in a safe for 5 years.
That was kind of crazy.
Like, what are we comparing CM Punk to fucking Roman Reigns for?
He just doesn't like that guy. That's just, you just gotta look past whatever he actually says about Punk and just realize it's just I don't like him. So
No, it's funny that everybody's just like, yeah, Punk's evil. Okay, what did he do? Like, but because the whole Seth Rollins thing is fucking funny because it's just like, oh yeah, he left this company. He wanted this company to die. Did he do anything to you? He didn't pick up my phone calls. Oh, you're serious?
yes, he's serious, bro.
Oh, so Rollins tries to get him to join his group, and he says, hey man, listen, you can join me or be against me. I want you to be against me so we can pull some strings. We can send you to SmackDown. And at that point, I say, hey, what? What
This
the
this
fuck?
whole thing, this whole I'm gonna send you to SmackDown thing only started because he said something to Braun Breaker, or Sammy said something to Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker's like, I'm gonna kill this guy. And then, Seth's old greasy ass just like, no, no, no. Listen, Braun wants to kill you, but I can stop him, right? I can keep you safe from Braun Breaker if I send you to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Think about it, bud.
Yeah, and he says, hey, you're going to give me an answer tonight. And we said, oh, we know what this fucking means. Sammy's going to get his ass beat to shit. Hey, fuck it, man. So we open up with the first match. It's Rhea Ripley and Roxanne Perez. It's a bit iffy. It's a bit. Listen, y'all better start making Rhea Ripley work every fucking week because this is looking crazy now.
Yeah.
I'm just
She
saying.
definitely,
This Rhea Ripley
she
shit is
definitely
looking
gotta work more.
very crazy. So she needs to start working every week in some capacity, whether it's tag matches or something, because this is crazy. It's a David Goliath match. Razor's Edge for 2. Look like shit. Match was built around Rhea's leg being destroyed. Roxanne Perez uses I don't know what this shit is called. It's the Mako Satomura shit where it's the handspring into the double knees. I don't remember what it's called. Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, I definitely gotta make her work more. That shit is nuts. And he said tag matches, and now I'm trying to think. Do they even do women have tag matches on this brand that's not NXT?
Kinda. I believe it's the Scorpion kick, or no, Scorpion Rising. Wait, no, Scorpion Rising would be the fucking axe kick, right? Or is that just the overhead kick? I think it's just the overhead kick, and Scorpion Rising is the step up axe kick, which Shinsuke is now gonna start using whenever he's on TV.
I'll see you in 6 months, brother.
Yeah, I seen a little Instagram thing where he shared that before she left she taught him how to use Scorpion Rising, and like, oh, that's cute, but you're not on TV, gang. So who's this for, really? Also, that was a very cute show, the Miko Satomura retirement show. I made sure to stay up for it on Tuesday. It was a very nice show. Oh no, sorry, that was on Monday. Yeah, I made sure to stay up for it on Monday, and it was a brilliant fucking show. Lots of fun. This was basically you know those fucking parties where you throw a party just to flex how many people you know, how many important people you know. Like, her retirement show had literally every fucking legend of Puroresu ever. Whether it was
That's
Joshi,
fire.
she had fucking Minoru Suzuki on there, Jinsei Sasaki. She had everybody. They even sent the WWE talent sent stuff for her. Io, Kyrie, Asuka, and Shinsuke all sent videos. It was beautiful, beautiful fucking little show there. But back to Raw. Julia comes out and saves Roxanne's life, I guess. Gets her DQ. Io comes out for the save, but it's not a save because they start whooping her fucking ass crazy style.
Yep.
Then of course, because we fucking hate me, Judgment Day segment, and everybody's having a good time, and then Finn walks in and everybody's like, oh fuck. What do you mean, oh fuck? We live here. Can we be nice to Finn, please? Dude, what is happening, man? So Finn comes in and they're like, hey man, we got y'all, Liv got y'all a tag team title match. Dude, hey, okay, what? Does anyone earn things on this show? Does anyone?
No.
Does anyone at all wrestle, win, and earn opportunities? Or can we all just walk up to the fucking manager and say, hey man, I feel like having a title match this week. You want ratings, right? And the general Nick Aldis dumbass said, hey, I hear you, man. Not my show, so I'll fuck everything up.
Listen, I told you while we were watching, he was in Adam Pearce's office with feet out. touching all his pens. He was using his coffee maker. He ain't clean it out. He's doing
Fucking
everything, bro.
everything. Everybody's sitting there talking to Nick all this, getting whatever the fuck they want because it's not his show. Fucking
Yeah,
jerk
substitute
off.
substitute teachers in, bro. I can do whatever I want.
So, and Finn's like, hey, why the fuck do y'all know this and not me? Why didn't nobody tell me anything? And this is making me real sad because they're dragging this out. Like they're gonna make Finn hit the absolute fucking bottom before they kick him out of this shit ass stable. I'm gonna be really fucking mad and sad at the same time. So of course, Logan Paul comes to the ring and he is a fucking dog ass promo. Like he is a shit from a butt promo. Like a nigga that talks for a living and is supposed to be a polarizing figure, not being able to talk and being rattled by people calling you dog shit in the crowd. You were dog shit, buddy.
He
Like
hasn't changed that weak ass cadence up either. It's the same weird kind of like
him,
faux 90s
Jade,
cadence.
Tiffany, like they all have this fucking cadence problem and I don't know what it is.
They
Like
must not be working on it backstage or something, man.
at all. Nobody's telling them anything. Cause how the fuck you niggas have all been part of this company for more than 1 year now. What is happening? Like Tiffany, I get it because when she was a heel, that was her cadence. So it's kind of hard. And you were a heel like your entire career up until literally 5 months ago. So I will give you a pass. But everybody else is, hey, Jade, you've been a wrestler for fucking 5 years now. You've been a wrestler for 5 years. Tiff's been a wrestler for almost 6 years. What you're not improving. She's improved a lot. Logan Paul, you speak for a living. Like that is your job. And Andrew Schultz, who also speaks for a living, is on a completely different pillar than you are. How? And it has nothing to do with wit, because it's not like you were in a promo battle. You were out there by your fucking self with a microphone in your hand. So what happened? Anyway, he cuts this shit promo and he says, hey, the world champion is dog shit. And of course, because you said that, here comes fucking Jey Uso in his unbranded wife beater and a fucking set of pants with the little yeet chain and little yeet glasses.
E-Chain is crazy.
Listen, man, he's allowed to do whatever fuck he wants because he's champion, all right? Like clearly nothing I can say matters because he's the world champion. So he comes out and
I mean, we can.
he cuts an even worse fucking promo, man. And it's the simplest promo ever. This guy has no control over these fucking yeet maniacs. He tells them not to yeet, but then continues cutting the promo in the yeet cadence. And it's like, man, what are you doing? Please.
I don't know what happened. I feel like he's progressing backwards. Like his promo, like people bring it up all the time, but his promo is like a few years ago, if not like last year, or a lot better than his now.
No, he's
Like,
absolutely
I feel
regressed.
like
And I think it's because he's not talking to people that he knows.
you don't have, bro. Like
He's
it's not that hard.
he's showing severe performance anxiety. Because when he's out there by himself and when he is in there with somebody that's not like one of his guys or his family member, it's weak. And
Yeah,
it wasn't even
maybe.
like that before. I think it's literally because he's there by himself.
Yeah, but even then, like,
because when them niggas was doing the fucking Uso Penitentiary in like 2017, having me hooting and hollering because they were having fun, and I was having fun too, they were fine.
I mean, even then, he cut a promo against. Actually, I guess Braun is one of his guys now. I'd see a new video of them working out literally every week. So, but he cut a good promo against Braun when they feuded for the IC title. So I don't know. I guess it is just like if I don't know you like that, or if I don't like you, I'm not gonna cut a good promo against you.
Yeah. Anyway, ends the segment by super kicking Logan, crazy style.
Worst style I've ever seen. Terrible
Listen,
stuff.
man,
This match is gonna be.
it's gonna be bad. Like I said, he's one of the only niggas I've seen wrestle Rey Mysterio twice or 3 times and have 3 bad matches.
Guess what, Jey Uso fans? It's not his fault this time.
You the world champion, you can't carry some fucking garbage. I don't want to tell you. Maybe you should be world champion.
Is that him being bad, or is that Logan being that bad?
I mean, it's both.
I will be nice to Jey this time, and I'll say that it's Logan being that bad because I feel like this is also sabotaging Jey. Because why is this his first feud?
I mean,
coming off of vanquishing that demon, your first feud as a YouTuber.
Yes, but at the same time, he needs to do something. We ain't got no heels on the fucking show. Who we got? Karrion Kross, nigga.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
wow,
Karrion Kross fans would be ecstatic. You kidding me? Karrion Kross fans will be over the moon if he started feuding with Jey.
And then you got to look at the the other 3 million people that watch the product.
I didn't care.
You're
Well,
right,
I
because
would
these
care. I
crowds
wouldn't.
don't give a fuck about anything. They don't. Oh my
I'm not.
god,
No, they're evil though.
these crowds don't give a fuck about any type of story continuity. Or it's like Ibu said. You told these niggas for a year and a half that wrestling is fake as fuck and shut the fuck up. So they say, hey, I hear you.
Yeah, shut up and watch as The Rock takes you on this ride and buy my tequila and watch my movies. Oh, you watched that trailer by the way?
The Rock one? No, I didn't watch it.
It's pretty good. He very much did not look like The Rock in the face, and I think that's what they were going for. So it's like,
I mean, but isn't that makeup and shit?
yeah, it is hair makeup, but yeah. As for the acting, it's like half Rock, half not.
I mean,
So I can't.
it's like a biopic about a UFC fighter, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, he's still typecast. Like it's gonna have drama in it, but it's still typecasting.
Well, Rock trailer, The Smashing Machine by Benny Safdie. Pretty sure
Yeah,
A24 flick.
it's A24 something rather.
He got a new movie on the way. Well, he has two. This is the first one. I completely forgot this one was coming out.
And then the Martin Scorsese
Um,
one, right?
yeah, I don't think they started filming that yet, but I could be wrong, as always.
We got the War Raiders and the Judgment Day. This is the same match that they had back when JD blew his fucking lungs out, blew his fucking ribs and his lungs out. They even do the same spot with him doing the moonsault to the other side, so there's no table in the way, so he doesn't kill himself again. It's nothing happening. The New Day are on commentary, but it's just like nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. New Day are
If
calling
it's
these
that
guys losers.
commentary team, if it
Fucking
was Joe
bullshit.
Tess and Wade, it'd be a little different if they were on comms, but
Well, yeah, you can't have the good team on all the shows. Come on now.
unfortunately.
Carlito gets involved, distracts the ref. Penta comes in and shoves JD off the rope. Then they hit War Machine for 3. And Penta, as he's laid out, Finn and every other Judgment Day member starts hitting his little Yamin on the
It's Fortnite
table.
emote.
It's his fucking Fortnite emote, yeah. So we go backstage, and it's Otis and Sammy, because of all fucking people to be talking about anything back here. Otis and fucking Sami Zayn. What the fuck do you niggas even
What
talk
were
about?
they talking about? Yeah, what?
Paul Heyman walks in and he says, hey, Otis, get the fuck out of here, man. I got business in here, man. He says, listen, man, take the deal. Go to SmackDown. If you go to SmackDown, we will make you the #1 contender. I said, at this point, I said, okay, hold the... Hey! What kind of fucking power is this?
Heyman's an EVP. You didn't know that?
Dude, what? Is Nick Aldis crazy? Why is this little fat nigga running your show like this?
Oh man, that's funny.
No, because this type of shit would have happened on SmackDown during the fucking Bloodline era too. What the fuck does Nick Aldis do?
He's in
walk in
it.
his office and say, I need this, and this, and it'd be done. Bro!
If you make it sound funny to Nick Aldis, then it'll just happen. That's it.
Fucking insane,
He doesn't need,
man.
He doesn't need any rhyme or reason. As long as it's entertaining to him, he'll book the shit.
So he tells him, hey man, I can only keep Breaker at bay for so long. Please, please, please go to SmackDown, bro. Please go to SmackDown. And then he walks away. And he calls that nigga a guard dog, by the way. And then he walks out and Breaker's in the fucking doorway. He said, man, listen, you're probably gonna have to kill him, gang. It's okay.
Yo, Cruiser, I was just about to say that. I was literally about to say, when was the last time you've heard Otis say a full sentence, man?
No, but that is there. It's because back in the day, if you watch like Attitude Era Raw, Vince Russo was really good at making it. Well, not even Vince Russo, but the writing team at the time was very good at making it seem like a cohesive workplace. It's why now you see all of them weird shots where it's niggas just talking in front of equipment boxes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a segment and then you'll see other wrestlers in the background or whatever. It was something that used to happen in the Attitude Era where there was always something going on backstage because Vince Russo was only good at writing car crash TV where there's a million things on your TV a second. Of course, we get a fucking dog shit Becky Lynch promo where she starts slagging Bayley, talking about, yeah, Bayley is a fucking jerk and Bayley's been my mortal nemesis. And it's like, okay, man, are you mad about Damage Control after they already put Bayley's head through a window and we've solved that whole situation?
Nope.
Like, look what you're mad about. You're mad about some shit that happened 3 years ago. The fuck are you? What are you on about, man? This is another one. She turns heel and it's the John Cena shit all over again. You're talking about some shit that yeah, it happened, but it was dealt with already. How are you still mad about this? You look nuts being mad about this. She's like, yeah, you don't have to look for Bailey's killer because I'm Bailey's killer. And I'm like, yeah, we know.
It was really bad.
We don't even read the sheets, nigga. We read Google. that shit is all over fucking Google.
I also don't think anybody was wondering that. Like nobody
Nobody
really
cared.
cared at the
Nobody
time.
cared that Bailey got kicked out of fucking Angle.
They were more upset that like, damn, Bailey's being screwed by management again. Nobody was like, man, I
Nobody was
wonder.
coming back because we knew what it came off the back of. So
Yeah.
Lyra comes out and she says, Bailey warned me about you. And I said, what the fuck are we? Hey, what are we talking about, man? Like, are we doing this thing where we create a fucking narrative that just in the locker room? Like, this is one of these things where it's fucking you're saying and not telling. Nobody said, hey, man, Becky Lynch can be a fucking jerk. You niggas just came up with this on the fly because you needed things for her to say to Becky. This is them fucking WWE writers being dog shit, bro.
Becky was trying so hard to get heat. At least somebody's trying.
Yeah, somebody.
At least
Don't boo me. Don't patronize me. Who the fuck is patronizing? We're cheering you, fucking jerk.
At least somebody's trying, because the niggas that are writing the show are not trying
at all. No, they're not. They're doing whatever the fuck they want, man.
Yeah, we're watching the shit in Discord, right? Guardy is sitting here giving us a play-by-play of every single thing that's gonna happen. Because continuing with the segment, right? Lyra gets in, she starts heating up Becky. You know, they start squabbling. Lyra's like, you know, me and you are going at Backlash. You know, another Nick Aldis W. If you were keeping track at home,
idiot,
right?
Man. Booking my fucking show for what?
You booking my side of the PPV matches? What's wrong with you? But and Lyra's just like, you know, I'll prove that not only have I surpassed you, that I know that I'm a better wrestler than you, right? So she fully chases her out. Lyra grabs her title, goes back to the top of the ramp. In Discord, Guardy's like, oh, she comes around and hits her from behind. The millisecond he says it, here comes Becky flying in.
Listen, I would never book something as fucking shit as these niggas have been booking week to week. I'll book something worse. But at least y'all would be coming out of that show saying, you know what? So hey, I'm here for it.
Well, we're sending you to SmackDown.
So we got a little Rusev vignette. He basically what this is if you didn't watch AEW, he breaks the bones of people for his god in honor of his god. It's the same like that. So it's every Miro. If you go look up Miro AEW promo or Miro AEW vignette, it's the same shit. It's just because he's found himself again. He's abandoned his god. He's abandoned his false idol, aka his wife, and he's here to kill people, which is cool. I love when people can continue their gimmicks across different companies.
To the mid card you go, brother.
We get Stephanie Vaquer and Ivy Nile. I just typed no clue why this is happening because there's no fucking rhyme or reason as to why Nick Aldis is allowed to book Stephanie Vaquer on fucking Raw.
You gotta put some respect on my guy's name.
No! Nigga let his show be ruined by a fucking group of Samoans for fucking 5 years. Fuck that nigga.
Alright, that clearly is out of his power.
It was, yeah, because I'm pretty sure he only came on to WWE in like 2022 or whatever. But point is, when he was acting fucking authority figure of the show while in Bloodline niggas was he
also,
let the niggas do whatever the fuck they want.
Look who I had on my roster at the time. How was I supposed to stop them, man?
I don't know. Throw Braun Strowman at this nigga. I don't fucking know. Do something.
Look who you want me to throw at them, man.
I mean, you threw the best you had. You threw Shinsuke and Finn at him, and it's like, yeah, this is the Finn Balor one.
My God.
No. You go watch that Extreme Rules match. You go watch that fucking Extreme Rules match, and you tell me why the fuck we did what we... Oh my God, you better have nothing to do. We're gonna watch that fucking Finn Balor match. You have no idea how good Finn Balor was.
I gotta go after this.
You have no idea how good Finn Balor was. Anyway,
oh my God.
Very competent match. It's Ivy. Ivy's showing promise, and they're clearly high on her in some capacity. So they're giving her reps, and she gets Steph. So I mean, it was a pretty competent match. It wasn't like the opener where there was a lot of dissonance. It was actually pretty well wrestled. It's just, you know, Ivy is on a certain level compared to Steph, so you know what it is. Then we get Aldis. Oh my fucking God. Okay, so Nick Aldis is talking to AJ Styles. Tom and Liv walk in the office, and they're just like, "Yep, hey, fuck this whole AJ thing. Liv's like, hey, I'm in a movie. I'm gonna need some time off. And he says, hey, I hear you. Congratulations, you got it. Dominic says, yeah, I'm gonna need some time off too. He said, for what, man? What the fuck do you do? He said, I'm Intercontinental Champion. He's like, yeah, nigga, so come to work. What the fuck? Hey, you know what's crazy? Saying that he's the Intercontinental Champion, so he has to come to work is nuts. When he can literally point to John Cena walking out of the company with your fucking world championship.
Nope.
John Cena
Listen,
literally left.
that's the SmackDown problem. Guess where we're at right now?
And guess what show you run, you son of a bitch?
No, but guess what? Guess what show I'm running right now, though?
You're not running this one. You're running it in the ground, you freak.
Today, right now, I'm running Raw. So speak to me about Raw. Both my champions showed up today, seeing as how you stepped in. So, if anything, all three of my champions came to work.
Fuck off.
Oh, four actually. Yeah, it was here too. What do you mean?
Fuck off, man. So I'm
What
pretty
you mean?
sure it
My
sets
tag
up
team
something
set up
with
and
AJ.
everything.
I'm not too sure. But he tells
Hey,
me
look good.
I don't remember. I don't write those things down because usually it's nothing happens. So we get our government mandated carrying cross segment because it's always good for an NPC on the show. He looms around Sammy and he says, "Hey man, you can why you don't just join them niggas? Why not?" And he says, "What? What do you mean why not? They're evil." He says, "Oh, buddy, you go to SmackDown, man. You get yourself a world title, man. Why don't you take their advice or do something?" The fuck. So we cut to the ring, and it is now time for Tux's favorite segment of the show. It's Pat McAfee with a live mic. Everybody's looking on in horror as Pat McAfee cuts this 15-minute promo of glazing himself, saying that, hey man, I do so much philanthropy. The people love me. I do good for this world because I want this world to do good for me and do good when I'm gone. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I hear you, Pat McAfee. You don't sound as insane as this started.
I don't hear him. I stopped hearing him, I'm not gonna lie. He started talking about some when I die, they're gonna remember that I donated to all them gay people and all them blacks and all the
He said, hey,
all the student athletes.
I love the marginalized groups because I know they'll love me back. And I said, hey, I hear you, gay. Keep going. So basically, this whole thing is about him saying, hey, I want you niggas need to lift this suspension on Gunther because I want him. And here comes all this coming up, talking about, hey, what the fuck are you doing? This may not be my show. And as for your, this is what I hate about all this fucking character. All this time about some, yeah, nah, we thought about this already. So I went to the bride. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did not know this nigga was gonna come to the fucking show and ask for a match with fucking Gunther. You're lying.
No, he did though. Like he might have,
He said, "Hey, we're not gonna lift his suspension so you can whoop his ass all over our show." And they said, "All right, so we got you at Backlash. Gunther is yours," and everybody groaned in fucking in unison. You can hear the groans from the internet, the live crowd, and multiple discords and households across the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
Yeah.
So Jay meets with Sammy, and he says, hey, man, listen, whatever decision you make, I love you, bro. And it's like, all right, hey, I hear you. And then I knew it. I prayed for it. Oh, my God, I prayed for it. Logan Paul punched the shit out this nigga. Oh, my God, he cold-cocked this nigga and left him lying, which is good because it leads into the next segment. So the next segment is Seth Rollins comes out, and now he's wearing fucking blue with it. He's wearing some other shit. He's wearing some fucking. He's wearing something.
Pretty sure he was wearing
the same gear. I just noticed that they changed his Tron is what it was. He came with the fucking blue or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But he comes out. He asks for Sammy's decision. Sammy comes in and he says, "Yeah, you know what? Go fuck yourself, man." And whoever put this together is fucking brilliant. He says, "Nah, man,
technical director
go fuck yourself." As before he can finish saying yourself, this Braun Breaker music hits. Oh man.
It's the way that Seth like closed his eyes and like breathed, and then you see the lights in the back just dip. It's just completely black, and then you hear the sirens go off. It's
everything.
So
From him saying "go fuck yourself" to Seth's facials to everything changing to Breaker and Heyman coming. Breaker's in his fucking gear, and this is when we learn that these motherfuckers have the craziest power over this show now. Because this is a sanctioned match. Sami Zayn in no gear has to fight Braun Breaker now.
Yep.
Dude, how much power does this fat nigga have? What is going on with this fucking show? So, I mean,
I
you know
rock
what
with
it
Nick
is.
Aldis too, but I feel like Adam Pearce normally he'd come out and be like, "Nah, we're good."
Yeah, Pierce would tell you, hey, what the fuck? No! The nigga start asking for shit. Adam Pierce gonna say, no, you can't
Nick is
have that.
evil.
That's stupid. So Braun comes out. He is ripping Sammy's fucking head off. Sammy's getting some shit in there. I don't remember how this ends. This is DQ, right?
I
Or
think
did
it's
he
ref
double
stoppage.
decker spear him and then pin him?
No, it's ref stoppage. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah,
Double
so
check.
they're
But it's
killing
like,
this fucking guy. And I don't remember how this finished because I didn't write it down because I've given up at this point.
so the finish is, he gets speared by Braun. He like rolls to the apron. Seth is like leaning over, and he's just like, "Listen, we don't have to do this. We can get you to SmackDown. I can get you your title opportunity." Sammy leans up, tells him go to hell, and then Seth looks over at Braun, and I think he gives him the I don't know, Braun spears him one more time, and I think later, like Sammy rolls to the outside. All the officials are checking on him. Seth looks at Braun, and then he gives him the neck swipe, the kill shot. Hey,
Yeah.
take him out.
He gives him the
Then
thing. Okay, yeah, and then the ref calls for the bell because he laid this fucking guy out. Security comes out. They have him held up. And in the crazy, I'm glad I didn't get a fucking picture of this, and I'm glad that nobody put a picture of this up on the internet on WWE socials or anything. The craziest setup for the fucking stomp I've ever seen in my life. Seth Braun Breaker into the corner and comes down. He says, "Hey, you listen to me. We do this on my terms." He then turns around and
back that shit up, man.
and then he fucking drops down and gets his eagle on
Get low.
before fucking stomping this nigga. And Braun Breaker's like, man, how the fuck did I sign up for this?
Oh
What the
man.
fuck is going on here, man? What is this fucking show? And then as
Right.
Sammy is lying there comatose, we fade. Well, credits come up and we fade to black. It is Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman, and Seth Rollins standing over the corpse of Sami Zayn as security look on in horror.
And guess what the crowd does?
And
Guess what they
check
sing?
one more fucking time because you got a bunch of little freaks out there.
Guess what they're singing as that shit cuts to black, chat room? Them niggas singing Seth's song. We like Sammy, by the way. They're singing Seth's song as Sammy is laid out
Yeah, and
right
that's
across
what
the
you
middle of the
get for
goddamn
telling
ring.
niggas that this shit is fake, man.
All right, goodness.
So, my least favorite show of the week. Like, I hate SmackDown, but I hate this one even more. Like, dude, what is wrong with who's writing this show, man? This Lee Fitting nigga needs to get his ass whooped.
Is that a real person? I don't know if we know because we've seen Paul Levesque. I've never seen Lee Fitting before. That might just be what they're calling the AI that's generating the scripts for this shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what Sean uses to fucking fine tune his booking. The fucking Chat GPT booking.
Oh my goodness, man. Yo, what was it? You saw how ESPN put out.
Yes. About that. Please let me get to this fucking Dynamite show first. Or sorry, please let me get to this NXT show first, and we will talk about that fucking ESPN
Oh shit. Man.
Oh, NXT starts. It's a recap of last week's show. Then we get the recap of the Rebellion post-main event where Trick Williams attacks Joe Hendry. And because nobody cares about me, Joe Hendry starts to fucking show off, dude. What did I post in the Discord? Oh my fucking god. I posted some shit in the Discord. I gotta go get it, because this was crazy, man.
Right.
I seen this Joe Hendry shit, and I said, real Graps might be fucking dead. I don't know how much longer I can review this type of shit, and it's Joe Hendry coming out. Dude, I can't take it. We don't care about Joe Hendry, bro. We don't. So, we have dubbed Trick Williams the Drew McIntyre of this show now. All everybody does now to get under Trick's skin is come out and call him a bitch and a complainer. Then, after calling out Trick Williams,
That's crazy.
Dark State comes out and stomps this nigga out. Tux is swearing to God that this stupid ass, oiled up, wet nigga is the leader of this fucking group. He's still swearing by it.
I almost put it on something crazy, but I'll put on something, bro, that he is the leader of this. It just makes too much sense, right? Joe Hendry calling him out his name, right? Why would Darkseid come out to kill Joe Hendry? What beef they got with Joe Hendry?
Well, I'll talk more about this Darkseid shit later, because this is fucking this is insane. Like, this is the most you guys have no idea what the fuck you're doing booking I've ever seen in my life. So after the Joe Hendry segment, we get a Ava pre-tape with Io. Ava has let Io walk into the building without having a fucking partner. She says, "Hey Io, feeling good? Okay." Io is, mind you, I'm happy because Io is happy. Like, to not to be cliche, but she is literally over the moon. She's bubbly, happy. I'm fucking what if she's happy? I'm happy because her being happy is fucking great. I don't get to
Oh
smile much,
man,
and I smile at this shit every time. Ain't
she
shit
is
for me to
very
smile about in my
adorable.
life.
Yo,
So,
it's starting to get to a point where EO's kind of too over. I'm not gonna lie, right?
can you shut the fuck
So
up? What are you talking about?
no, no, let me break it down,
No, no,
right?
hell no.
Let me talk about it. It's funny, I promise, right? So I don't watch NXT because I value my sanity.
Fuck off, man.
But I don't watch it. And I go to bed. I see the clip of like EO doing the emote. I'm just like, I'm glad everybody else has recognized what I've recognized and that this emote is fire. I go to sleep, right? I had a dream the night before. I don't know how. I end up at WWE World, right? I go to EO Sky's table. I'm just like, EO, I'm a big fan. You know, you're my dog. She looks me dead in my eyes. This turns into a nightmare. She looks me dead in my eyes. She says, Nihongo de. I'm like, what? She says, "Oh, you're such a big fan, right? What's your favorite thing about me? Tell me in Japanese." I'm like, "What?" I'm sitting there in my dream, fumbling around with my fucking college Japanese that I have not practiced in 2 years to try and tell Io
Yo,
Sky.
Duolingo bird looking at this nigga nuts. Yeah, listen,
It's the
I
same
have been
vibe,
doing I've been doing the Japanese lessons on Duolingo, and that bird is literally taking my fucking phone over. Like, hey, this
bro.
nigga be sending me everything, bro.
You want me to give you my Japanese books? You don't need that damn app, bro. We do not need that
Give me
app.
that damn book, bro.
I fumbled. I wrote it down just in case I ever run into my I guess EO Sky in the fucking wild. I can accurately tell her what my favorite thing about her is. I'm not gonna do it here because that would be crazy. I'm gonna get nervous. But if I ever run into my Japanese professor, I'm still studying. I study. I got my particles all down. I'm ready. Yeah. No, like this EO shit is. I'm very happy that we were talking about it before the show, but like this is what they try and sell every international talent as like if you come to WWE, you get a lot of money. What was it? Who was it that there was another report that came out over the weekend? Somebody went over to Io's house and she just had
Oh
racks
yeah,
of
it
yen.
was Iwatani. Yeah, Mayu
She
went to her
has,
house and she said, "Yo, I just found bread
yo,
in the crib," and she said, "Yeah, I gotta get over here."
Io just has money on the table, bro. It's what they sell all the international talent. You get so much American dollars. Everybody's so good. You can be over with the fans. They'll do your emotes. They'll get so much cool merch, right? They don't give you merch over there, right? We got merch. We got www.shop.com. You want to
Yeah,
go
do gotta
what?
scroll through like pages and pages of Jey Uso, but yeah.
Oh, of course. That nigga has everything. But yeah, no, Io is legitimately she's gonna be the selling point of like international talent signing with the WWE. Like, hey, even if your English isn't good, just look at Io. Hers wasn't good. She eventually got over it. Quote unquote got over it, which is crazy for them to say. But you know, it's just that's my dog.
Nah, for real.
And she wearing this damn 01 gear that I
Damn,
don't think is actually
metal
true,
cluster
but
hopper, and it's white. It's just white and lime green.
yeah, actually Dakota Kai is probably not Dakota. Well, Dakota is not hurt. That also came out and ruined my timeline for a few hours,
Well, we
but
knew she wasn't hurt.
Kyrie's been dead for like 6 months,
Well,
bro.
Kyrie was hurt, and she had surgery on her arm. I believe it was like arm or elbow, whichever one. And she's been training for the last couple months. I see it every so often on Instagram. And Asuka is interesting that situation. I'm not sure if she's hurt or not, but I think she's another one that's just on the bench.
She's in that Silent Hill B plot. Every time I see an Oscar tweet, it's the craziest shit I've ever read in
Yeah,
my
I don't know
life.
what it is. Like she is just tweeting from the fucking void over there.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. Rehabbing
Yeah.
knee? Okay, cool. Cause I didn't even
Yeah.
remember if she was injured or not. Cause okay, that's good. She needs to stop looking at her fucking Twitter. She needs to just do something else.
Yeah.
Cause that is
Glad she's
fucking
good though.
crazy.
Put the phone down. I'm glad you are good.
So
Um,
Io needs a partner, and before she can say anything, Jordan no clips into the fucking room and says, "Yeah, I'll be your partner." And Io's like, "Wait, what?" "Yeah, yeah, no, I got you." Oh, cool. Yeah, you know, Juggernaut and the Genius of the Skies. So of course, because we go from a great segment with EO being bubbly and cool, and I gotta watch fucking Lexus King, man. Fucking Lexus King versus Ricky Saints for this damn North American Championship is
Oh
up
my
next. But of
god,
course,
that
before
shit is
that,
so
I get
funny.
GG Impacts, great, and Carmen is there, and I said, man, fuck. Then I see Ashanti walk in,
Tatum
and I
is
said,
funny.
man, fuck.
Why didn't y'all tell me Tatum Paxi was funny like that?
What you think I pushed for Tatum Paxley for no reason or what?
I just didn't know. I saw the like somehow Tatum Paxley propaganda has hit my feed. It
Good.
was that damn Tatum and Lyra Valkyria clip of like well, probably like sometime after Lyra's debut, where Tatum just hiding in the Raw locker room. I thought it was very funny, but uh,
Yeah. So Ashanti
yeah,
walks
she
up.
just
Oh, what happened? What were you gonna say?
no, you're good. What was that? Wasn't Ashanti on SmackDown?
Yeah, he was in the original Hit Row, and they got fired. And then when he came back, he's been in NXT ever since.
Oh man. And niggas tell him to go to TNA. It's over, brother.
Yeah, so he walks in and he tells her, "Yeah, I got you a match with Soruka." She's, "Oh, great," and it's tonight. What the fuck, man? What? Hey! So the match starts. We get a hot start. King attacks before the bell. So the match is nothing. It's fucking stupid TV title match. Cool little lore point here. If you watch the match and you see the little taunt that Ricky Saints does, that's the Hollywood Blondes taunt. Hollywood Blondes was a team between or a team of his dad and Steve Austin in WCW. That was a cool little lore point there. And at this point, I noted that the crowd mic is louder than like everything else on this fucking show. Like I can barely hear Vic and Booker over anything the crowd is doing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here with this billion dollar company and you can't fix the fucking audio on this damn CW production?
No,
Y'all
you
niggas
just
hate
answered
Shawn
your own
Michaels, yo.
question. You just answered your question, brother.
Y'all want Shawn Michaels to look Bush League as shit, so you can just fire him when you want.
Of course. Hell yeah.
Anyway, Rochambeau for 3. So get NXT Spotlight. It's a calling promo. Spirit says, "Hey, you guys fucking suck out there, but you know it's okay. You will eventually find your way. If you need to, steal somebody else's light and make it yours." And I said, "Hold on, this nigga is spitting like shit. Too bad this faction fucking sucks. If anyone else was in this faction, I would be hyped for this, but." It's because the Sean Spears fucking production. Nobody cares, man. So let's see what we got here. We get the Stacks recap of him attacking the Dawn, or yeah, of him attacking the Dawn and everything. And we get the Luca promo, or the Luca segment, and the Rizzo segment. So to catch you guys up, Stacks betrayed the family at Stand and Deliver, like I said he would, because they hate me. They don't want me to watch the show. They want to take everything I like off of this fucking show and put it in here with some fucking NIL, whatever the fuck this is. I'm not falling for this damn LFG shit. You get this LFG and this fucking NIL and this damn Evolve and whatever the fuck. Get it off my show.
Go watch the show, bro.
Stop cross promoting these fucking shows. Anyway.
Go watch the show, bro.
So Tony comes out. He cuts a promo saying, he cuts a promo about how Stacks was always there when he needed him. When he went to jail, Stacks was there. When he got in trouble, Stacks was there. Stacks has always had his back, but now Stacks is bitch made. Then Stacks comes in on the Demtron, and he says, "Hey, the reason I did this was because you became complacent. You're old now. It's time for the underboss to take over, basically." And then as he appears on the Tron, because Tony's got his guys in the back, and then a security appears in the front to stop him from leaving, even though Stacks doesn't even look like he's near the arena in any capacity. The nigga's on a bridge somewhere. So Stacks basically says, you're losing control over the family. Luca's gone. He says gone, point blank, period. Luca is dead. He killed Luca in the segment last week. Then he said, yeah, you sent Rizzo into hiding. You've lost all your power, and you don't know who you can trust. So when he says that, the Don turns around, looks at his guys, and they say, "Oh, we're cool. I ain't got no problems with you, boss." Then as he says that, Stacks' security, well, we know it's Stacks' security now. They run in and they attack Tony. He's fired up. He knocks those guys over. He almost kills one guy with a belly-to-belly over the ropes. And he says, "Hey, you know what? If you want this shit, you gonna have to come take it, fuck nigga." And I say, "Yeah, I hear you. Hey, that ain't gonna come fight." The next pre-tape is like I said, they're taking everything I like from me. So
Yes.
metaphor breakup. They're going their own way, and in a segment later, Oro Mensah is nowhere to be found. Oh well, he's doing this thing on Evolve. NXT has space, right? Why are we plugging Evolve
No.
on my show?
Gotta diversify your assets or something
Fuck
like that.
Evolve. So now Noam Dar is by himself again. All he has is the fucking cup, and I'm just like, dude, why do we keep doing this to my favorites? They can be a faction with a. You know what? At this point, if you're gonna split up Chikara and Lash,
They're probably getting moved up. Probably what it is.
yeah, but the way she said it is that they're not getting moved with the tag team. I think what it is
Oh,
Lash
so
is going up and Jakara is gonna stay in the NXT Women's Division. That's the way they made it seem in this promo.
which is weird because you had them as a tag team fighting main roster tag.
This is vintage WWE shit, man. Don't ask no fucking
Never
questions.
mind. Never mind.
So, of course, we get the aforementioned Carmen Petrovic and Solruka for the Women's North American Championship. I wrote it here. The match is a backdrop for Zarya versus Solruka down the line and Carmen breaking up with Ashanti.
Stop.
What? What do you mean stop, nigga?
Cut that
You
out.
didn't see the way that Zarya was holding that damn belt?
I did. I saw it.
The way she was holding the damn
Cut it
belt
out.
and holding
Cut it
Soul?
out. This is all I have.
She can't pick
That'd
shit.
be
She want
funny.
everything. She can't pick. She don't want to pick. She wants both.
I don't have any money. I'm broke. This is all I have. This is all I got.
Nigga, I lost everything. I lost the metaphor and the family in 2 weeks. You have one chip? Nigga,
Guess what?
This show has been taking from me since before you started watching this shit religiously. I am owed something.
And you're bringing me down with you by taking my goddamn.
Fuck you. I lost the whole brand in 2020. You have no idea how dark it got in my house. Nigga, when I heard that NXT was ending and 2.0 was starting, my house was it was dark and it was fucking dreary. It was cold all the time. This shit might as well everything in this fucking house might as well have been grayscale, nigga. What the fuck is going on in here? Anyway, Soul hits a Soul Snatcher to win, and then Ashanti's like, "Are you fucking serious? You lost." And then they break up because it was a waste of time anyway. So, quick little side note: I don't think that the Soul Snatcher can be her primary move. She needs something else. I think the Soul Snatcher is gonna be a cute little. It's Stormbreaker. It's her Stormbreaker, where it's a move that she can hit to win and will hit in big matches, but it can't be her go-to thing. It's too inconvenient to set up, especially for the way she is now. When she gets better, she'll be able. You can probably go back to it, but the way she is now, she needs something convenient that she can just hit and I don't know, give her a fucking shooting star or something, or Swanton or something. But this Soul Snatcher shit, nah. So, Trick is a very wet man tonight.
Not evenly distributed either.
He's wet just in the front. The back is dry.
Back is dry as fuck.
Like, what did you want to mess your fucking shirt up? But if that's the case, what the fuck, man?
Also, his attire is insane.
Yeah, leather bell bottoms and some fucking Doc Martens with no shirt on.
Leather bell bottom, like skinnies almost. Like I don't even know what you call that. Doc Martens. He's got a watch on and a fucking Trick Williams chain on. And some shades indoors. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, this guy's a little freak, man. Okay, so he comes out, he calls Henry shit. He says, "Hey, I'm the biggest nigga on 2 shows. I'm on All American on CW. Watch now." I'm like, hey! What the fuck is going on? Yo, what I'm talking about though, you see? You do this LMG shit, you do this damn Evolve shit, and I was niggas talking about fucking TV shows on CW. What are you doing?
Fucking All American? It couldn't even be like Euphoria or something like that. It airs on HBO. You picked another CW show.
Well, that's the only fucking show he's gonna get on. It's cross promotion between them. No, I it does make sense because it's the same network, but come on. Like, what the fuck, man?
No.
This shit is crazy. So he's hinting at going to Hollywood. He's basically throwing a temper tantrum because he can't beat Obafemi, which is nuts, by the way. Like, you're saying all this, but the crux of this is you can't beat this fucking Nigerian guy, man.
many such cases.
What the fuck is going on here, man?
The African American play. This Nigerian nigga just beat my ass.
The fucking diaspora is continuing into my fucking wrestling. Holy shit. Anyway, Abe, oh my god. Dude, they need to take Abe off this show. I'm so serious they need to take Abe off this
Why
fucking
does she have
show.
a theme song,
I don't
man?
care about that, man.
I
Ava comes
can't.
out, and she comes out to reprimand him, and he cuts her off, and he says, maybe I'm bigger than NXT, and she says, hey, I hear you, bitch, and you're only doing this because you want your rematch. So you're gonna get your rematch if you can beat 25 other guys. I said, hey, are we booking a fucking battle royal?
Fucking a Scott Pilgrim championship run, brother.
Are we booking a battle royal to find a #1 contender? Now you're gonna say, oh well, isn't the Royal Rumble a battle royal? The Royal Rumble has pomp and circumstance. This is a regular battle royal on NXT TV. Stop doing this, please. You have people are winning on your show for no reason because you hand out titles and opportunities.
All right, this one she just did because she's petty. Because she knows he's gonna win that, but she just wants him to get his ass
Yeah,
beat.
because if you look at who's in this fucking thing, it looks nuts.
Fucking.
Also, I'll get to this fucking shit later. But oh my god. Okay, so we get a cute little backstage segment. It's Rox and Julia, and they're getting ready, and she says, I didn't like you at first, but I think you're pretty cool now. And Julia says, yeah, I understand you. And I said, oh, that sounds fucked up, but I hear you, hey. So then we get Inamura and Briggs and Hank and Tank are up next. But of course we get a fucking Obafemi. They're talking to Obafemi, they're like, hey, Trick Williams looking for you, right? Yeah, he's pussy. And I say, hey, I hear you. Talk to that nigga. Fucking Obafemi's promos are nothing. His promos are, yeah, I'm better than y'all, so y'all gotta just die about it. And I mean, like, what the fuck am I gonna say, right? I can't say nothing to him. Because he shows up and he beats all my fucking favorites.
Yep.
Then the fucking Undertaker shows up and my smile immediately disappears. Because I know what this is. I knew what this was beforehand because they did this last time. But now they're actually diving headfirst into this shit. And I hate it. I hate it. So Taker basically comes in and he says, hey, everybody wants your yard. You come in and you defend your yard because it's your yard for now. And he said, my yard for now? What the fuck? Hey, what do you mean by that? He said, I got some kids on LFG and they're ready to go. And then he turns around and it's a bunch of fucking shitty little kids and he says, okay, sure, man, whatever. Hey, you bring these niggas up here, I'll whoop their ass too.
Notice how he shakes Taker's hand before he leaves and doesn't even spare a glance to the fucking LFG kids.
Yeah, he looked over, seen the niggas over there and said, okay, sure, whatever. And then dapped Taker up and left. Okay, man, thanks. So,
oh my god.
Before this fucking match starts, do you know what Corey Graves has the audacity to say? He has the audacity to say that title matches aren't handed out on this show. I almost punched my fucking monitor, crazy style. I cannot handle the way they talk on this show.
Oh,
I can't do it.
You. They're checking to see if you're paying attention.
Yeah, they're fucking with me is what it is. It's just me too. Like nobody else is bothered by this but me.
My god.
So I mean, this is a painfully average tag match. I mean, it's a good finish. The finish was that Inamura looks up and he says, "Hey, where's Charlie?" They said, "We don't fucking know." He said it. Anyway, fuck that nigga. Hey, you heard about that battle royal? I'm trying to get in that shit. I said, hey, I hear you. Do that thing, cousin. And he said, what? Oh, well, Charlie's mad at you. For what? For tagging with Javon and going outside of the group. He said, man, fuck Charlie. He said, hey, Tavia, you don't want to be in this battle royal? I want to be in this battle royal. And he said, what? Well, what the fuck are we talking about, man? Fuck Charlie. Let's get in this shit. Mind you.
What is going on with this NXT? Is everybody breaking up? What's happening?
Yes, because they're going to start moving people around. It's very, very, very clear they're going to start moving people around in the next couple months. And according to according to the dirt sheets or the rumors or whatever, Battleground seems to be like the true WrestleMania, where after Battleground they're gonna shake everything up and start moving people around.
Thank God, Roxanne. It's finally time.
Yeah, you can fight. Well, she's gonna be on Raw in 3 weeks in her Money in the Bank qualifier match. So.
Oh, true.
So before this segment here, they already announced that Dempsey, Bourne, Heights, and a bunch of other people were already going to be in the battle royal. I don't know who in production put this together, but yeah, they showed that Dempsey. They showed the entirety of the men's part of the No Quarter Catch crew is in that battle royal already, and then they had this promo cut. So I was just like, dude, what? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Talk to each other, please, because this is crazy.
Hey, just making sure you're paying attention, brother.
Anyway, so we go to the Twitter corner where they show little videos. Dark State is allowed to record videos and upload them to the NXT social media.
They're allowed to say whatever the fuck they want in them damn promos too.
Yeah, hey, fucking Lucky Ali. Hey, watch out. You gonna end up back on the indie talking like that, boy. Hey, usually, hey, they might, hey, knowing them, they might give you an actual live mic again, but yeah, I don't know, man. This Dark State shit, what is it? Are they a group? Are they part of the show? Are they not part of the show? Like, I know that they're NXT contracted guys. Like that's the point that they got across. But does nobody care that they were beating up the entire fucking roster and ruining matches?
No.
Like, they haven't been punished for that. You're rewarding them with TV time.
Oh, nobody cares.
So you know what this is? This is like if there was an acting authority figure. Take Christopher Daniels. If Daniels was the authority, like the hard authority figure on Dynamite, and he sees the Death Riders are running around doing whatever the fuck they want, and he says, "Hey, you the world champion. I can't stop you," which is basically what they're doing.
Yep.
But it just looks nuts when you have somebody that can literally walk around and say, "Hey, what the fuck? Stop it!" And niggas have to listen, and they don't do it. Like, Ava is completely cool with these. They killed Robert Stone. Have I said this before?
He didn't give a fuck, bro.
They killed Robert Stone and nobody cared. Anyway,
Heard both of them.
we get the Chase U segment. I assume that this is either a bunch of PC NIL talent or whatever. Because why would you pay plants when you have a bunch of fucking kids that are in your farm system?
I don't know what it is with the CW, but their lighting just looks so weird. It's so weird. This is my fucking film nerd corner of this fucking show, but it looks so weird. Like, it's not flat, it's like contrasty, but like you can tell where a light source is, but also just like there's no motivation for any of it. Is this supposed to be a classroom? I mean, it is, but then there's a fucking podium. And where are the lights at? What kind of lights are we working? I don't know. It's weird.
They don't care.
But hey, Chase U is back, everybody.
Chase U is
Buy
fucking back.
WWEshop.com. Get your Chase U shirt. That's the only reason why we brought back this fucking faction in the first place. Niggas, stop buying and showing up with the shirts.
Yep, man.
Get your goddamn Chase U shirts, man.
Listen, man, they're bringing the merch back. They realized this shit was big. So, Dixon and Connors, who literally pushed for this fucking school to come back, show up late immediately. And I think this nigga's name is Chad or whatever. He's like, "Hey, Mr. Chase, what the fuck, man?" He says, "Yo, you're not gonna talk to your fellow students like that." Like, yeah, stop being a snitch, man. And he lays into him. He's like, "Yo, you got a question? You bitch ass nigga, you got a question? Fuck your question." Which is basically, if you watch all the Chase U segments, they all went like this, and that's why they got over in the first place.
Because on the fucking poster in the back, rule number 1 of Chase U is show up on time. Them niggas showed up mad late. Hey.
Yeah, they showed up in the middle of class. This shit is crazy.
Fuck it.
So, we get a Soul and Zarya promo, and I don't like this promo because they're talking about how she defended the title, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, great job. And then Kalani shows up, and she's like, "Hey, you beat somebody who wasn't even prepped." And Zarya's like, "Hey, she not defending shit against you." And Zarya said, "Excuse you?" Or Soruka said, "Excuse you?" Ignored, completely ignored. She said, "Hey, you want a shot at her, you have to go through me." And I said, "Okay." Well, I don't know why Soul is upset by her, like, dictating. Well, no, not even dictating. Zarya is making sense of this shit. What do you mean you called next? What the fuck have you won? The last thing you won was a qualifier to get into the ladder match, and you lost. The fuck do you mean you're next? How about you go win something else, loser?
Yeah.
No, it's the fucking truth. Everybody walks in the show, and it's just like, "Hey, I want a shot. Here you go." How about you fucking wrestle? It's a wrestling wrestle. Win. If you win, you have nothing to complain about. Fuck. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Okay, so
Zarya has that shit on too, by the way.
You said what?
She got that shit on. She got a fit on today.
Yeah, no, that she was fitted the fuck up. That shit was crazy.
My God,
So,
fucking.
we get more Joe Hendry on this fucking show. He's in the trainer's room, and Hank and Tank walk up, and they say, "Hey, man, if you need anything, just honk honk." And I said, "Wow, I hate this fucking segment." And then they do the fucking honk honk, and I said, "Wow, I super hate this show." Oh my god! So it's Hendry and Hank and Tank versus Dark State, Zarya, and Kalani Jordan next week. It's a bunch of fucking junk. Then we have our main event: Roxanne Perez and Julia versus Io Sky and Jordan Grace. Booker, because he clearly just had he caught the Holy Ghost, decides to say, "Yeah, she spent time in Ring of Honor," and then I looked at my TV. And I said, "Hey, you can't, hey, can't say that one."
No, don't worry about it. I'm telling, we're inching closer to that John Moxley of AEW television soon.
I mean, we already did it because they can't control them niggas. Them niggas have like creative control or something. I don't fucking know.
No, we're missing the of AEW television part. That's the
Right.
important part.
Hey, you flip over to fucking TBS on Wednesdays instead of watching this shit. I say, "Hey, I hear you."
Need that. Need that.
Tune in, and it's fucking 30-minute MJF promo. Why the fuck you tell me to tune into this shit, man? So I mean, it's a brilliant tag match. You have three of the four best women's wrestlers on the roster in one match, and the greatest women's wrestler in North America today, probably in the entire world. But you know, it's to be seen. You know, she still has to go check in on Marigold. We don't know yet. You know what I mean? So let's see this final stretch. Oh, hold on. I added a little bit of notes here. I said Io seems to have adapted a lot better to American crowds. Super happy and active. I would like to see an isolated Julia-Io match, but I would also like for Julia to have more matches on TV. The final stretch between Rox and Io was incredible. They traded roll-ups and pins. Any pin you can do, I can do better. Rox attempts Pop Rocks out of the corner. It's blocked. And then she tries it flush, and Io backflips out of it, head kicks her, and moonsaults for 3. Like that final sequence was really fucking good. Because the way it starts is fucking brilliant. So, Julia's in the corner, and Rox blind tags, and she gets off the apron. So when Io goes to you know work over Julia, Rox slides back in. She doesn't know that there was a tag, and she gets from behind, and that's when the roll-ups start. And I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking, everybody is fucking brilliant. And then after the match, because we're stupid as fuck, the thing that ends the show is a Steph and Ava segment where Steph walks up. I'm gonna lose it with the way this fucking show is put together. Steph walks up to Ava and she says, "Hey, who's next?" And then she said, "Well, with the way things have been going around here, it'll probably be either Jordan Grace or Julia." And I said, "Okay." And then I'm like, "Okay, well, are we gonna do a triple threat? Are you gonna?" Then she finally says, "Hey, we'll have a number one contenders match between them next week, and winner gets you at Battleground." My hands are up. Cool. You got me. Perfect. Fantastic. But why is that the ass end of the fucking show? Shouldn't this have been the middle of the show? I don't know. I mean, I guess they didn't want it to like overshadow the main event, which is weird. I don't know why that would overshadow the main event, but sure. I guess it's also because this was the main event, right? Anyway, you watched Dynamite, right?
Sure did.
All right, let's get through that.
So the first 30 minutes is very easy to get through.
Thank you. Because this is crazy, bro. What the fuck? So you start with this all-star 8-man tag. It's Mark Briscoe, Kenny Omega, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, The Elite, and Ricochet. Gee, I wonder who the fucking polar bear in this match is. Sorry, let me read this back again. Mark Briscoe, Kenny Omega, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, The Elite, and Ricochet.
Oh,
I wonder who's getting pinned here.
Mark, no, he has AirPods in. He can't hear me. Mark, watch out.
So my first note is Omega bows up to Okada because that's the backdrop of the match. It's Kenny versus all of his demons and Ricochet. Oh no, sorry. It's Kenny versus all of his demons and Ricochet versus Speedball and Knight. And Mark Briscoe is just happy to be here.
Yeah.
So there's a spot where Ricochet, I forgot who he was supposed to get in that little arm wringer thing, but he is fucking up Ricochet's arm crazy style, and he doesn't realize it. And
fucking one of the Bucks.
And they're like, yo, please pay attention. So he sees it. Ricochet's like, yo, what the fuck? And then all things to do. Matt Jackson slaps this thing on the top of his head, and then Kenny slaps him back, and I'm like, yo, this guy has a job forever. Off of this stupid ass
Fuck
spot
the
alone, this nigga
Ricochet.
has a job forever.
Actually, millions of dollars.
So, one of the bigger spots was, well, one of the bigger issues that people took with this match was the elbow drop carousel.
I didn't think it was that bad. I'm gonna
I
out
don't. It
myself as a
doesn't bother
mark.
me.
Call me a mark if you will. I didn't think it was bad. I mean, because here's the thing, right? If this was any other match, if it was like a singles match, like a fucking 2-on-2, I'd be like, yeah, kind of shit. But since it's a fucking 8-man tag where the entire match is just niggas doing spots, like there's not much just regular graps here. It is just niggas doing things across the entire. It's 30 minutes of people just doing shit. So I'm not that upset. That's how these fucking tag matches have been. Fucking the last time they did it, where fucking everyone slapped the top of Ricochet's bald ass head. That was, the spot of that match. This one, I don't think there was that much of a bald, except for the fucking, the Buck one. But this match entirely is just there's just a bunch of shit happening. So I don't think the fucking elbow shit is that bad. I don't think it matters that much. Should be more complaining. This shit was 30 minutes long.
No, they don't complain about that because the action was good. It's just that they don't like the fucking goofy spots in their wrestling, even though wrestling is full of goofy spots.
Oh, if anything, right? I'm gonna go back
no,
to
because
runtime.
I even got to take it one step further. If you hate goofy spots, nigga, you hate Ric Flair.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, what the hell?
Tell me you've never seen a Ric Flair match in your fucking life.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if anything, this match would have been perfect for fucking Saturday, but
Right, live collision.
couldn't
Well,
couldn't do
actually,
it
no,
Saturday.
it wouldn't be because they're actually I'll get to that. So, I really didn't focus on anything in this match because it's an 8-man tag. It's the Bucks and Kenny, so they've put together a ton of fucking stupid ass shit. It's cool stupid ass shit, but it's stupid ass shit nonetheless. Like they did the swanton to the outside, and then the simultaneous 450 or whatever on the inside. It was fucking cool. But one of the bigger things was Collision is live this week, and it's gonna be at 8 p.m. on 10 p.m. Sorry, no, 8, yeah, no, it's 8 p.m. on TBS. I'm thinking about fucking TNA. Ignore me. Collision will be live this week on at 8 p.m. on TBS. And Shivani talks about how important this is to him, and Taz says 605 Jones. Now, the importance of this is that 605 on Saturdays was WCW Saturday Night. And of course, Excalibur says some stupid ass shit. Like, no, Taz 8. Get off the fucking commentary table. Get out of here, man. So, Rainmaker on the Mark Briscoe. Who could have seen that coming? Surely nobody, right?
It comes with coin drop, brother.
Yeah, it comes with fucking money clip.
That little spot they did at the beginning where they fucking flipped the coin and it hit the ground, and then Okada's music started playing perfectly on time. Pretty good.
They know
Can't
what they're
lie.
doing sometimes, man. So Hurt Syndicate walks in and they beat up a bunch of plants. I mean, if you've heard, I've given up the fight. It's over. The Ops versus some people. Nick Camarado is in there apparently. I just said some guys because it's a squash match. Hobbs
Yep.
is considered a part of this faction. There is no top flight fuckery. There is no guessing. Hobbs is in the faction.
Yep.
This is where they also remind you again that Joe gets Moxley in 2 weeks. Hobbs gets the pin. The Death Riders come flying in and kill everybody. Mox goes right after Joe, and Yuta tries to run away from Hobbs and gets caught on the fucking barricade. So Hobbs drags him back in and starts killing him. To which he gets saved by Claudio, which is fucking incredible. So Joe gets Moxley in a coquina clutch on the outside. He's choking him out, and then he gives Claudio the Iggy, and he does the neutralizer onto the inverted chair to Shibata, which is the same shit they did to Hook, and that took Hook out of fucking off TV. And then the Death Riders leave. Joe calls for Moxley, and them niggas keep walking. They say, hey, fuck this nigga.
Yep.
And they keep walking. Promo, it's Mercedes basically saying, hey, this is my 1-year mark in AEW. And since last year, a lot has happened. I won the TBS Championship. I added multiple titles to my repertoire. I haven't lost in singles competition. I haven't been pinned in singles competition. I haven't been submitted. I haven't lost period in singles competition. I think they said 25-0 or something like that. And this is only the beginning. You know, she's gonna win at Double or Nothing, and then go on to win at All in Texas. And this is not a fucking prediction. This is a spoiler. They are telling you that she is going to win, and if you choose to not believe, that is on you.
I'm ready for my CEO to fucking complete her sweep.
So, Renee is with the patriarchy, and as Christian is about to say something, fucking Jay Lethal just shows up on the fucking screen and says, hey man, you're pretty good. I want that TV title. And Nick Wayne's like, man, I gotta go to Japan in like a week, and I gotta wrestle for a fucking month straight. How about you do? Hey, he accepts. He looks at Christian nuts, and I said, hey, that is, oh my god, you know what that is? You know what that's like? That's like when niggas is asking for help, and here come your fucking pops. Yeah, no, he's good. What, man? I have shit to do today. No, he's good. What? Why? And as he walks off, I don't know if you caught it, but the look that Renee gives as she walks up, she's so disgusted in Christian. Like, the visible, palpable disgust in her mannerisms when she's around Christian is brilliant.
Like, that nigga's gross, bro.
So
I will never be able to go to that shit he said last week, man. What a fucking god.
yeah, I don't know why he did that to him, you know. That shit is fucking crazy. So, on Tony Storm's filler, this is basically fucking Tony Storm's Bizarre Adventure, where she defends the right to have a title match with her against foreign talent and local talent alike. She gets Miyu Yamashita of TJPW this week. It's a good video package showing that she was at the what is it, TCM Awards? Was this Sunday?
TCM Film Festival.
Film Festival, right. So that's what she did over this weekend, and they also told people who Miyu Yamashita is and why they should care. Tony's gear has leggings with it this week, or stockings, whatever you want to call it. I didn't realize it. I'm like, why the fuck is she so fucking orange there? Then it hit me. So, I mean, this type of match is weird because Miyu is a striker, but Tony Storm is like a bit too cartoony for the presentation. So you've got MMA killer versus cartoony old-timey gimmick, and it's weird, but it works. It's not like the Rhea Ripley match from Monday where it's a bit disconnected. It's disconnected because Miyu is throwing these fucking kicks at full speed, and Tony's like, I don't want to get hit by that. I would rather not get hit by that. So there's a spot where Tony tries to go for the ass bomb on the apron. She gets stuck in between the buckles, and then Miyu kicks her in the ass like 8 times. Then Luther's like, yo, come on, chill out. And then she kicks him crazy style and shoves him even crazier style to where he just eats shit and never gets back up again. Let's see. Miyu hits the skull tap, but eventually Miyu ends up back in the corner, gets hit with the ass bomb, and storms 0 for 3. It was a good match, or no, sorry, it was an okay match. Could have been a lot better, but it shows Miyu as a strong competitor and a return contender. Then, of course, because, you know, we haven't told you what the match is for All In enough times, Mercedes comes out and stares down Tony. And I say, gee, I wonder who's winning the Owen. But then they realize that this is too much, so they send out Jamie right after in her amazing fucking denim fit with the white boots and the green furs. This is exactly why I put this picture in here, in this Rolodex. I like this fit a lot.
Oh my god, there it is. She does have that shit on, I can't lie.
Let's see. She tries to hit Haterade, and Mercedes drops all of her fucking belts and sprints off.
Like fucking Sonic rings, brother.
So we get a Callis family promo with Takeshita, Fletcher, and Alexander. Josh Alexander does not fucking talk. Neither does Takeshita. Because this is all about Fletch. Fletcher's got Hangman in the main event tonight. It's all about him. He says that Takeshita and Alexander won last week because they're elite athletes and they're fucking good, and we will complete the sweep this week. Boy, was he fucking wrong. So we get a Hurt Syndicate segment because why the fuck not? And then he said, hey, cut the shit. MJF, get out here, man. MJF comes out. He glazes Shelton and P. And then he gets to Lashley. and sorry, no, he glazes them niggas, and they say, hey, cut the shit. So we do the thumbs up. P gives a thumbs up. Sean gives a thumbs up. Bobby hesitates and then gives him a fucking super thumbs down. Like you know how you super react on Discord? That's the type of thumbs down that he gave this nigga.
That shit fucking slid in from a goddamn laser, and it's just a big ass thumbs down.
He gave him the fucking the fuck no thumbs down, man. Wowee, that was insane. So this nigga loses his fucking cool. He said, "What the fuck is your problem, man? What is it? What do you want? Do you want money, cars, women? I give you everything, you freak."
What we're all asking, what the fuck does Bobby Lashley want?
Yeah,
so
because
at this
point, we have become one with MJF. Because it's like, what? I have to sit through another week of this shit. What the fuck is? What do you want? And then he says, "Oh, I know what you want. You want Rogaine, you bald bitch, you bald pussy." And then at this point, Lashley has had enough of this fucking guy, and he grabs him in the craziest fucking manner I've ever seen anyone get grabbed. Like the way he has both of his hands grabbing and squeezing on his face, he almost took this fucker's eye out. Because his right ring finger is basically in this motherfucker's eye.
Yep.
He's holding him crazy time, and MJF's like, "Yo, please, God, bro, please leave me alone. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. He said, "You want to know what I want? We are in the business of hurting people, and I want to see you hurt people. That's what I want." So of course we have another 3 weeks. This is going double or nothing. It's clearly going double or nothing. Like this is gonna end up with MJF beating people with like salt of the earth or whatever, and not letting go post match. He's gonna be a bunch of jobbers, and then Lashley's gonna just be like, "All right, you gotta beat me." And it's gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, probably.
This is so clearly going to double or nothing. I'll be surprised if it gets blown off in the next fucking 3 weeks.
I would hope so. Hangman fans be wary. Jesus Christ, I hadn't even considered. Also, maybe I'm crazy, right? I think Bobby Lashley's been bald longer than I've been alive. Why is that a sore spot for him?
What, being bald?
Yes.
I don't fucking know.
It's been fucking years, man. What? Oh my god. All right. What's left? Oh, Nick Wayne actually goes out to wrestle. It was a pretty good match.
Yeah, my brain fucking just shut off. Sorry. Let's see. I wrote, "How is this still going?" ? So we get a little Stokely promo video explaining why he's with FTR. This is where we got the whole, hey, it's a recap of last week where it's like, hey, I lifted your suspension. We'll pay back the fines or whatever. FTR is the greatest tag team ever, and I'm gonna be a part of them because I can take them to new heights. And it's like, all right, cool, whatever. It tells you what it is. Cool. Jay Lethal and Nick Wayne was a fucking great match. And it's because both are good. This was a total veteran rookie match where the whole thing is that everything Nick Wayne tries, Jay Lethal has an answer to it because he's been here forever. So, I mean, after a while, the finish comes about where when Nick Wayne kicks this motherfucker in the head and then hits him with the damn Fisherman Buster for 3, and Jay Lethal is literally holding it. They're like, hey, Lethal's holding his head. That's the shit that did it to him. Getting kicked in the fucking head like that? Crazy style. So Christian takes the belt, and we're like, oh, here comes another segment of Christian making him look shit. And then he puts the belt around his waist. And it's like, oh, progression.
Yippee.
Christian is totally going to kill this kid sooner or later. When he comes back from the Best of the Super Juniors, he's going to be upside down doing... He's going to see his mom upside down doing Stranger Things. It's just... it's over. Like, that's where this is fucking...
Oh my god, Nick has to shoot him, man.
Like
I don't even like Nick Wayne, but he has to shoot him. You have to shoot him with real steel.
Fucking real steel. Oh my god. Yeah, no, he's gonna come back and it's gonna be something fucking crazy from Japan. So who knows? So we go right into the main event actually, which is insane. Like I didn't expect this. Normally they have some fucking bullshit to shoehorn in here.
Oh.
So we get Fletch and Hangman. Owen Cup semis. Fletcher comes out with Callis and Archer because I guess that they've decided that the idea of Don Callis being by himself is too enticing for people. So he needs his muscle. So, Fletcher then attempts to ride Hangman. And I said, wow, this is nuts. And then Hangman responds in kind by slapping his ass. And I said, okay, we're doing a lot here. All right. We are into the cowboy thing a lot. So, Hangman then attempts the buckshot and Fletcher powders. And then this is where I knew what it was. Like, I knew what it was before because, once again, foregone conclusions and all that. But once he bailed after that buckshot attempt, I said, yep. Whenever you dodge the fucking buckshot, that's the finish. So I said, this. You can tell it's gonna be a Hangman win because he teased the buckshot first. Then Fletcher runs out, and then he gets lined into the timekeeper's area. Brother, Hangman does not care that anybody's in this timekeeper's area.
Yeah,
He
there were mad
clotheslines
niggas
this
back there.
mind you, Fletcher is like 6'6". So he lines this fucker into the. Hold on, how big is it? I'm overrating this guy, but I'm pretty sure that Kyle Fletcher is super fucking tall.
Right, like 6'3" or
He's
something.
6'3", yeah.
Oh
So,
my god!
fucking from half court
My
shot.
god!
So yeah, so Fletcher is 6'3". So when he goes head over heels over this fucking barricade, he almost kills Justin Roberts and the fucking the stagehand that's there. They go running behind fucking Callis and Archer because they were just not prepped for whatever this was.
To vacate the fucking scene, bro.
Holy shit. Then there was a thing during commercial where Hangman dropped Fletcher onto the barricade and it cut him crazy style. I don't know if it was because the cover was like slightly off or if it was the cover itself, but it dug into him good.
Nah, that nigga's skin comes clean off. Nothing but blood back there. And I'm pretty sure Hangman gets cut open fucking similar way later on.
Yeah, it's like above the eyebrow or it's the eyebrow.
I think it was the shoulder too.
We get an announcement. We get Toni Storm in another eliminator match versus Lady Frost. And then we get Brody King and Josh Alexander for Collision because of last week. And I said this is totally a critique on how he's booked women. Because you can tell this Toni Storm fucking marathon is unplanned. Because it's just eliminator matches. Like, nobody's getting number one contender matches. It's literally just Toni Storm's open challenge. Except it's not an open challenge. It's just we're booking it beforehand.
Like, hello, Tony Khan. You know there are other people in the company, right?
I'm tired of bookers doing this, man. It's okay if you have nothing for her. Just let her do the vignettes that you've been... Who cares? The champions don't wrestle all the time anyway. Like we're used to it by now. We watch WWE, bro. We're used to it. Champions don't wrestle for shit. It's okay. You don't need to respond to my critique in the most knee-jerk fashion and book 17 number one contender matches in a row. Like you think you're better. You think it's better because it's not title matches. It's the same thing. You're pollinating me with these fucking Toni Storm matches because niggas said you don't book women. Like, this doesn't count as booking women, by the way, man. Anyway, double buckshot for 3. Who could have seen this coming? And there's nothing. Callis gives up. Hangman gets his moment. Fletcher is laid out fucking crazy style. He's dead. Archer is at ringside literally just to protect Callis. Callis doesn't make a move for it. Nothing happens. Hangman just gets to have his moment and walk to the back, basically. I don't know. This is... All of these shows are fucking weird, man. Like, I just don't know what to do. I wish I knew what to do, but I don't.
It's niggas just gotta, understand that we are 100% in like post Super Show era, and it's fine to let people that weren't on TV during the Super Show era be on TV. Niggas like Willow Nightingale, put her on TV. I feel like a Willow Marina Shafir match is like long overdue, but they haven't had it yet. So you should probably do that at some point. I feel like even whoever wins that match, it doesn't even fucking mean anything because neither of them have any titles anyway. So it's not like it's gonna ruin any fucking Death Rider storyline.
People need wins to build themselves up, and it's better if people beat niggas that actually matter to the grand scheme of the show. Perfect example is the squash matches only work when it's somebody like Meg. Like when it's somebody that calls for a squash match, it works. You don't really want to do that with your top talent. You do the extended squashes that I hate, where it's so very clear that the top guy's gonna win, and you barely even, it doesn't matter how much you give the other person. I know it's a foregone conclusion.
I feel like it's like those are just like preference things because I'm assuming Tony doesn't like when people just open shows with somebody walking to the ring and then cutting a promo with the mic.
Yeah, which is
So it's
why
like,
he
all
did
right,
it on fucking Collision, right?
it's weird because sometimes he likes it, sometimes he doesn't. So sometimes he's like, all right, I'll fucking give a backdrop of some guy getting killed before we give a promo. Because they usually do that with the fucking, when fucking Brian Cage wasn't hurt. That was like the Murder Machine's whole fucking thing. I'm fucking walking these niggas down into the ring, pin them for 3, give me a mic, I'm gonna call somebody shit, get the program moving. But now it's something different, I guess. I don't know. He's fine with niggas just talking in the ring.
Yeah.
His big ass AEW logo in the middle of shit.
Look at the upgrade.
A fucking NBA money hit, brother.
Look who's giving the money. The niggas fucking up their time slot.
Yeah, I mean
money to fuck off.
We're in a lull until like All In / whatever is after All In. WWE's in hell until John Cena loses that title and becomes a babyface again.
It's gonna be unwatchable dog shit till SummerSlam, and even SummerSlam will probably be unwatchable dog shit. Like we are stuck in the infinite loop of being at the mercy of a nigga who wants to retire but doesn't want to do the loop.
Yeah,
which is fucking crazy, man.
But hey, that's wrestling for the week.
Yeah,
there is no upside. I don't think we had well, the upside is Io Sky.
Yeah, the upside is Io is happy, and that makes me happy, so.
If you don't know who Io Sky is, go watch some Io Sky matches. They'll make you happy. If you go too far, she'll probably be evil, but that's fine.
That's good. Thank God. You're allowed to be evil. Be happy, be evil.
The WWE's in a weird spot.
It's in a bad spot.
It's not on fire. Don't believe them.
They're like shit. Oh my God.
AEW is in like a weird spot because now we fully know what's going on. We just don't like it. Nobody wants to wait for Darby Allin.
No, we the problem was we knew that Darby was what they were waiting on, but it was okay. Well, how are you going to get us there? Because normally when you have a guy that you're clearly waiting on, and we know that you're clearly waiting on him, you have a stopgap in between. Vince would do that all the time, where we know something is leading to a guy, but the champion has something to do in between. Perfect example, the whole thing with The Rock and Austin chasing the belt. Like I'll always reference WrestleMania 17 because that was one of the better builds to a WrestleMania, where both the guys are chasing the belt. We know what the end game is. The end game is the Royal Rumble's coming up, and one of them is gonna win. Austin wins the Rumble. So like, okay. And then we know he's not gonna face Kurt because nobody cares about Austin facing Kurt. No Way Out comes about. Rock beats Kurt at No Way Out. Now we know what's going on. And the TV between No Way Out and WrestleMania was bad. But hey, it was one of the better matches in fucking company history, so fuck it. But yeah, I mean that's wrestling this week. I mean,
yeah,
we kept this short and sweet. I'm probably gonna try and keep it like this because it's definitely more palatable to keep it this way. We'll just fly through the shows and then talk about what needs to be talked about. Dude, I'm sick of John Cena. I know he's probably not advertised till the Backlash itself or the Backlash Go Home show, whichever show he's on. I don't want to see him. I don't want to hear from him. These promos fucking suck. And you keep letting him get away with these fucking dog shit ass promos.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, the Go Home is next week. I forgot this shit is on the 10th.
It's just not as fun. Like, it was really funny. All the wrestling shit before. It's like Mania hit and it just drained the fucking color out of the goddamn program. Nothing is funny anymore.
Yeah, because the realization is set in that he has the belt and he's gone. So SmackDown has nothing going on.
I was SmackDown. I mean, I guess they had Cody, but now they really don't have shit.
Well, no, they had Cody, but Cody was stuck in the fucking limbo of talking to himself.
When was the last time Cody actually interacted with a nigga on? I guess it was KO.
Solo Sikoa, nigga.
Fuck no, we're not doing that.
Oh, my fault. Hands up. You're right.
It's Kevin Owens, but hey, fuck it. Cody is on break, so who knows when? Yeah, so it's time to get his shit back.
Yeah, he's on break till, what was it, SummerSlam they were saying?
Fucking summer. Don't come back, bro. Time off.
Niggas was quoting Vince Russo talking about, oh, Cody needs something to do before SummerSlam. Don't listen to that nigga. Do you know what that nigga did to this company? Or not this company, but this whole thing? Stop asking Vince Russo what he thinks. I don't give a fuck if he's right twice a day. Who gives a shit? I don't want to hear nothing wrestling related from fucking Vince Russo, man.
All right, we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
We are done.
You guys, next week, hopefully at the same time slot. I'm gonna try to keep shit normal, but you know me.
This time slot was crazy. You are lucky that I didn't go to work today.
I was a Hail Mary when I sent the ad. I'm thankful you were just like, hell yeah.
I seen that shit and I said, he is fucking nuts.
Next week will be regular. Will the rest of the shit we watch be regular?
No, absolutely not. It'll be dog shit. What do we have? We don't even have anything for next week. I have all these title matches and whatever the fuck it is for NXT next week. Wait, no. I think next week is the first NXT with no title matches on it. I think it's an all number one contenders show.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure. Because we have the number one contenders battle royal. We've got Zarya and Kalani for the number one contendership. We got what the fuck is shorty name? Julia and Jordan Grace for the number one contendership. I don't think there's a tag number one contendership because nobody cares.
Yeah, Fraxim is gone. That shit is mud.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They're fucking Hank and Tank. They're stuck. And then I think that's it in terms of just matches. But in AEW, next week's Dynamite, we don't know what's booked for next week. Niggas are booking the damn title match 2 weeks in advance, which they're supposed to. But what is next week? I don't think they have anything. And then Raw is just more Seth Rollins fucking hogwash. And I tell you right now, I don't give a fuck about whatever SmackDown got going on.
They said fucking Liv Morgan to Japan to go film some shit.
Yeah, Liv Morgan is gone, which means Raquel is in hell.
Raquel's about to fucking Roxanne is about to send Raquel to hell again to fucking qualify for the fucking
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Money in the Bank, man.
Yo, you know what's fucking insane? What are the Judgment Day segments gonna be if Liv is gone for a month?
Oh shit!
Is it really gonna be?
Is
it gonna be Dom treating Finn like shit for like 4 weeks? Cause I'll throw up.
6 weeks of Dom, like damn, I miss Liv, guys.
Yo, my shorty not here. Yeah, man, we gotta.
You know, FaceTime with Liv.
He got a FaceTime a fucking a screenshot because you know how WWE is. Niggas can't sell shit.
Hey, don't show your phone. Don't show your phone.
He got a FaceTime with AirPods in.
Oh my god, that'll be funny.
It's gonna be fucking awful. But we're done. We want to thank y'all for watching. This is end of issue 14 of Real Graps. Y'all have a good night. Godspeed.
Goodbye to you.